Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Hey everybody, how are ya? Welcome to the chat here at the 411. I have a complete panel with me tonight. And if you guys just watched the interview rooms interview with Robin, we're going to be discussing that. And then we're also going to be talking more about the truck. So without further ado, I'm going to welcome the panel. And if you guys could all just go through and state your name, rank, and serial number so everybody knows who you are. Can you guys hear me?
What?
Can you guys hear me?
Someone just typed, can someone tell Jay the membership?
Okay, I said name, rank, serial number. We are live. Start with Sam. Just say your name and what you do here.
Hi, I'm Sam.
And you're the class clown. All right, moving forward. Auntie Cheryl. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to make you guys do that. Anyways, did everybody here watch the interview room?
Yes.
Yes. Sure did.
Yes.
I know y'all did. I'm asking chat.
Oh, damn.
Damn. Well, I guess I better ask you guys. We were all on Zoom, but I don't know if we were all paying attention.
Hey guys, we're live.
Who was that? Was it Dan? Dad said?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're live, baby. We're live. So we're here just to have a talking discussion about Robin, basically. Robin's eggs.
Robin's egg.
So I guess my first thing is all right, what I noticed that was super interesting, right, was that she brought up the truck and said it was ruled out and told Chris that she had been scratching him out because why have people looking for something that's not current? And he kind of went with it and he was like, yeah, you want to give them the current information. So, Michelle, what do you think of that?
I don't even know, because if you're talking about the posters that were already up, right?
Yeah, well, she had gotten some. This was like back in July or whatever when she sat down with Chris, and she had, she was saying that the flyers that she received, and if she saw any, that she was crossing that truck out because it was ruled out and there's no sense in having it on there anymore. But why is she suddenly taken on the authority to do that, do you think?
And who put together those flyers to begin with? Because if those were TBI, isn't that some kind of a federal offense?
Yeah, if they were TBI flyers, that's a good point. I mean, were they TBI flyers, and did she alter them on her own? And if so, why?
But that's the only thing she altered, exactly. Why would you pick out that specific thing, Robin? Why would you pick that out?
Right. Prepper wants to know if Robin's eggs are fertile. That's what he said in chat. Just passing on the question.
The amount of giggling she does, I think that they are.
I just snorted.
I was hoping he would have asked her who told you the red truck was no longer.
Me too.
But he didn't.
How do we know though that he didn't and it's not edited out?
He bleeped it out, yeah.
He could have edited it.
You could see he bleeped out a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if she did give that kind of information, then that would be real pertinent right now.
Mm-hmm.
Where did she hear that? But she told Cher a random on Facebook. Now, does Robin, who's so integrated into this church and knew Summer so well, is she gonna just take the word of a random on the only lead they have of a person to talk to? I think that's pretty crazy, actually. If you want to know the truth.
Yeah, I agree.
Can we also talk about that pastor?
What do you want to say, Sam? Go right ahead.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, when we were
You mean
listening to that,
Dustin?
Dobbs.
Touchy
The
feely.
big touchy feely
Dustin.
man. Yeah.
yes, after hearing that, I was like, okay, that seems weird. That's not normal
Yeah.
behavior.
But you know, I
And
don't
that
think
he
she
was there
meant
before.
touchy-feely the way we're thinking about it, though. Because why would you say that about somebody who you revere in an interview? I don't think she meant it the way we're taking it. I think she just meant loving and hugs as parishioners.
I
and
don't think
that
she
type of
meant it
thing.
that way either. Because if you saw it where she was like, I like snuggles, and what was she calling Summer? Like, I don't know. She just uses like really weird, she just used really odd terms, really odd wording, I guess. I don't know. She's
And the
really hard to
constant
read.
Giggling.
The giggling, is it nervousness?
Yes.
I did pay attention though when she got serious, like she was all like that flighty, like weird tone, and then I can't remember what question Chris asked her, but she got more serious where she wasn't like, using like smiling and, moving around. She was more, like down to this level of, okay, we're talking about a missing girl.
I think
I
it was
noticed
when
she-
he asked her about what would precipitate it. I asked her mother, and she tells me this. I asked you, and you tell me this. And he was explaining the hunter and all that, and I think that kind of brought her giggly self down a little bit.
Yeah, because she said, I know where you're going with this. And that's when she got serious.
Yes, she also got serious when he asked her how she felt while coming up to the house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's when she got real serious.
I just don't know. So what do you think Chris's point was in the release time of this interview? I mean, we're all talking about Robin. We're all talking about the truck, the flyers being crossed out. Do you think that he was showing that to prove like, hey, this is just kind of what she thought? What do you think the motive is behind releasing that right now while we're all talking
I
about
think
this?
that she crossed the red truck off and now she owns the red Tacoma.
No, yeah. Now she owns it.
That's kind of
Mhm.
suspicious. Yeah,
I'm
kind
really
of
trying
shady.
to think about the time frame of everything. Like, when did Cher say that she started crossing out the trucks?
Okay,
on
so
on the flyers. and
so the
stuff?
earliest date that we know of is August the 3rd. Okay.
And now, when was this videotape?
That was in
Back-
July. That was in
July.
July.
So there's a huge gap there.
Guys, if she was doing this from the we don't know how early on she was crossing that truck off. So
Well, in that
And I
interview was
wonder what
July,
else
and
she's
she said
changing.
wait, hold on.
She said she was crossing them off in July.
In July, right. But Summer went missing June 15th. So I want to know when she heard that this was cleared, because we're hearing, I mean, I looked up an article in the local news there, Rogersville Times or whatever it was, and they said on November, it was 3rd or 4th, I think maybe there was an article on each day, that they were still looking for that truck. We're in November. She's crossing this shit off in July. Why? We all knew that there was a truck. I don't even live there, and I knew. Don came on live with me and said there was a truck. But then
And it's never been clear.
Don also came on one time, though, and told me it was a neighbor's truck. Remember that? Do you guys remember that? The first
Yep.
time he told me they were looking for this red truck, and then the second time he was like, "Oh, that was my neighbor's truck." I can see you, Queen Bitch. He said that was
I
the
don't think
neighbor's.
that we can take anything that Don says to real heart, though. I mean, he changes his story.
Well, I know.
I don't
We have to just compare all the stories, and like there's bits of truth probably in each one.
Yeah, and like the fact that like he's intoxicated more than half the time, except for Dr. Phil, where he's getting paid money.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, I know. It's a shit show. It's a shit show. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of this. I'd like to hear all of your guys' opinions, though. If you guys want to pipe up, go right ahead and unmute and let us know what you think.
I
you-
didn't get to hear the end of it because my son called me and I was like, damn it.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, I wish
I
I
missed
could
the end,
replay
but
it. I wish I could replay it, but I can't.
no, I know. I was just gonna say that what I was watching, she kind of like, I don't know, she's kind of fake to me. I don't know.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I don't know. There's just something weird about her. Somebody was said she looked like
Those weird vibes.
Valor or something. She just, I mean, I don't even know. Why would she be scratching off the truck? I didn't get that part.
To me, it
I
just seems like it's
don't get it
something that
either.
you wouldn't need to do. I mean, why
She,
would you do that? Why would you take it upon yourself to do that? I don't
I know,
understand.
and doesn't she have a red truck?
Okay,
And
so
why not
let's
just reprint the
explain
flyer?
let's explain that story in case people didn't know. So 2 weeks ago, and this is on the Don Wells official, Robin made a video today and it's uploaded on there. 2 weeks, about, what'd she say? A month ago? 2 weeks, a month ago? Her husband purchased a red Toyota Tacoma. It was spotted in their driveway by Nerdy Addict Droning, and it was looked up and it's registered to her husband. So the pressure came on why do you have this Tacoma? Why do you have the same truck that they've been looking for all this time? Right? So she goes and makes this video on Don Wells official and says, "Oh, I just want to clear something up. First of all, I'm having an interview tonight and I don't remember what I said. Second of all, yes, we do have a red Tacoma. My husband bought it a few weeks ago, whatever she said." And then she said, "And we would have to be a special kind of stupid if we were to buy the truck that the police were looking for." And I thought, how do you know if that's the truck or not if they're still looking for the truck? How do you know you didn't buy the truck that the police are looking for? Who'd you buy it from if you just bought it? So that's where all this is coming into play. No, she didn't buy it from her dad. That's not what she said. She said that her husband bought it a couple weeks after her dad passed. Correct?
But I do think that she implied that, and I think that's important to note. I believe it seemed like she implied that she did buy it from her dad, but I don't.
But how do you
that's
imply
not the
that? You
actual-
either say, "Yeah, my husband bought it from my dad," or you know what I mean? Like what?
the way she constructed the sentence, because there's a lot of people obviously that do believe that she got it from her father. I
But
mean,
she did say in that interview also that when she said it, she said, if you want to run it, run the plates, look up the registration or whatever, go ahead, have at it.
Yeah, it's not a
Yeah.
secret, she said.
Mhm.
Well, we
and
know
didn't
that.
we find out that it did belong to her father? I mean,
I don't
we
know
talked about
that.
the other day.
All I know is that it was registered to her husband right now. I don't know anything about the previous owner. And that's what we all wanted to know is who's the previous owner, because they've been looking for this type of truck. Is it a local? You know?
Well, I think also that the more that Cher says about this, Seventh-day Advent Church, it's entirely possible that they had something to do with her disappearance.
I mean, anything's possible
just
at this
saying.
point, you know?
Well, it kind of strange because you were talking about that one guy and he left right after. It's just
Wasn't
weird.
that
Nobody
Dobbs?
pulled out, guys.
Yeah, that guy. Who
And
was?
he was, and she said he was on the property before she got there.
So
Yeah,
what
that's
was
what I
his
was
name
going
again?
to say.
Dobbs.
That
What was his first name?
Was it Dobbs or Dobson?
Dobson?
Yeah.
Dobson.
It was the church guy, Dobson.
No, Dobbs
but-
isn't the
okay,
church guy. Dobbs is the guy that had that truck.
Oh yeah, so it's Dobson. What's the odds that
What's
their
his
names
first?
are almost
Do you
the
know
same?
his first name?
I can't remember
There's
which you said it was.
it's Dobbs. It's not Dobson. It's Dobbs. It's
Everyone is
Dobbs.
saying David.
No, that's
Okay,
no.
that's what I'm
No.
saying.
That's the flute player. The flute player is David Dotson. D-O-T,
Okay.
like Dotson.
Okay.
Now, Dobbs is a local there, and that's the guy who had that nasty blue minivan that was parked by the wells.
Yeah.
Okay, that's Dobbs. And then Dotson is David, the flute player. So I don't know who you
See
guys.
why this is
Okay,
so
so-
confusing?
It's not.
But I think
It's
that
not.
Dodson is the one that was was waiting with her, was he not? Was it not David Dodson? That's what she I thought
Waiting
that's
with
what she
who?
said. with
He beat her
at the
there.
bottom of
Okay,
the drive.
so
He beat her.
David Dotson is the one that called Robin, which is really weird because Candace, didn't she say she called Robin?
She
Yes.
tried.
She tried to call. Okay. Then she called David. That's right. She got a hold of David. David got a hold of Robin. So David was the first one on the scene. Now, I think that is effing weird. Of all people.
Now,
And she even
in
said,
that
Here.
video we just watched, guys, she did say Candace called in the middle of their phone call.
Mhm.
So she answered
reason-
it.
The reason I'm asking is because, they have this focus on the family here in Colorado Springs. And that place is like a cult too.
That's more of a conservative
No, not really.
Dr.
Maybe
Dobson or
more.
whatever
No,
his
wait.
name is.
Yeah.
Dr.
okay, that's
James
what I'm thinking
Dobson.
of.
Yeah, no relation to any of
Yeah.
this. Dr.
Okay, so
Dobson
of
is
all-
completely not even, no, has nothing to do with this.
I was thinking New Life Church. That's what I
No,
was thinking of.
Dotson, it's with a T. He's the flute player.
Okay.
He's the one. Now, a little history on him. He was a Baptist, Heidegger. He was a Baptist his whole life. He was very integrated. I believe he worked in Texas at a daycare at a Baptist church. So he's been Baptist his whole life. Then all of a sudden, what gives him a burr up his ass to go to the STA church? I don't know. But he goes there for a short 4 months. So he shows up. He's there right before Summer starts going there. Actually, no. He came in after Summer started going there because he was only there for 4 months. So he came in the early of 2020, right? And then, or 2021. And then he was gone right after Summer went missing. So he was there like 4 months and he actually became a member and went through the whole ritual. There's a video of it on their YouTube. So he actually like became a member and then left. And now he's back at a Baptist church. And he
And
was a
when she
mortician.
said-
That's another random fun fact.
Well,
When
but
she
let me say, I
said-
was raised Baptist. Anybody else here
Nope.
raised Baptist? I was.
Yeah.
I was raised
me.
a Southern Baptist, and my grandfather was a Pentecostal holiness preacher, or holy roller. I'm sorry, he just was. I love him, but he was.
No, I was not. But I mean, Baptist and STA are complete, like not, they're not very similar in my opinion.
And when she said
That's
they
true.
were waiting together, she said he was here before me and was up there, but she goes, I don't know how or why. That he was at the property first. And she's like, and don't ask me because I don't know how or why.
Well, Candace called him. I think
But how
it's,
did he get up
I
there?
think it's weird they had his number. Why would they have his number? I mean, do they all share numbers? I just find that to be a
I
little
think
odd.
all the
I got
church
a-
people
I got
do.
a
Yes,
weird
the church people
question.
do.
But why
I
would
got a
you?
really weird question.
What's that?
Okay, so she was at dance class and she had to take her daughter home in order to let her husband get her to bed, but yet when she arrives, her husband's already there. Where's her child?
Her husband was already where? At the wells?
She said her husband was already at the wells, is what I understood
No,
and what
No.
She was talking about
Mm-mm.
the flute player. She was talking
She's talking
about
about
the flute
David
player.
Dotson was
the
already
flute
there.
player. Okay, that's what was catching me up on what you guys were saying. I was like, I'm really confused.
No. They're talking about. She was talking about David Dotson. So Candace called David Dotson, and then David Dotson got a hold of Robin because Robin wasn't answering because she was at dance.
Okay.
So
I just wanted to
then,
make sure.
so then she goes to dance, which I didn't really understand if it was a recital or like a dance class.
She said it was a recital.
But didn't she also say it
Mhm.
was a class too? Or no?
She
She
called
said
it
she had to take
both.
pictures for it.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So she said she got to the wells around 9 p.m. and Dotson was already there. So I don't know what time Dotson got there. But she was taking pictures around 6 something, she said. What'd she say the recital was at what time?
She said it started at 6.
It
so
started
between
at
6 and
6.
Yeah, and then she was
I thought it
taking
was 7 to
pictures
9.
around 6:37.
We need to replay that part, I guess, because the 911 call came in at 6:29. So I'm curious when she was calling. It was practice for a dance recital. It was rehearsal.
Yeah, dress rehearsal. Yeah.
I thought she said they was there at 5:30, and then Candace started calling her around 6:30 or 7.
Is that what she said?
Yes.
That's what I remember as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, that fits with
Mhm.
the story of the 911, right?
But she didn't get there till 9. Yep.
She didn't get there till 9 because she had to finish what she was doing.
And take her daughter home. Yep.
How do we know they had a church directory, and how do we know the Wells could even find the church directory? Do you think they had it handy in their kitchen or something?
Believe me, a Baptist church, we always had one here. And when I
It's
was
totally
growing
a
up, there was
magnet on the
always a directory
fridge.
here.
Yeah, we
But
had
I'm
one
talking,
for our
but I'm
Lutheran
talking about
church.
the Wells house. I'm not talking about a normal house.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I mean, are they going to
I
have?
think that the Wells depended on the church for so much that I believe that they would have their numbers.
But what did they depend on them for prior to Summer going missing? Do we know? If anything,
That we don't know, but I don't.
If
But
it was Dawn's
they took care of
employer,
their child while
they sure
I
were
believe
quick
that they
to
depended
call
on the
them
church.
when she went missing.
I remember why.
Why?
Robin was supposed to babysit that night,
What?
but Robin was asked to babysit that night, and then she had remembered that she had her daughter's dress rehearsal
Baby.
for the recital. So
Wait, where'd you hear
Where were they
this? Wait,
going?
where'd you hear this? I've never heard this.
this was way back from a while ago. I can't remember exactly where it was from, but she was supposed to watch Summer, and
But I've never
I
heard
can't remember
Robin
where I
say
heard
that.
from. I've
Did
never heard
Robin
that.
say that? I'm just saying because she didn't say, like, I've never heard her say that. She didn't just say that to Chris.
okay, let's slide this to the rumor category since I can't remember.
Okay, because I've never heard that. I've never heard that at all.
And my question is, if that was the truth, where were they going?
Yeah, that's
You know,
Queen Bitch. I'm not taking call-ins tonight, but you're more than welcome to ask your question or put your comment in chat. Charlene says that she remembers hearing that, but I've never heard that. But then again, I mean, stuff from the very beginning, who knows? I'm not going to say
Yeah.
it didn't happen. I've never heard that. I mean, that's kind of a big thing there. She was supposed to babysit. Where the hell were the Wells going? And babysit who?
and in the recounting, wouldn't she said it? Wouldn't she have said that if it was what she had originally said in the recounting tonight?
Well, you would think. But that interview
A lot
was
of
from
people in
July.
chat.
That interview from tonight was from July.
Right, but if she was supposed to babysit back back then,
You would
June 15th,
think.
it still would have been.
You would
You know,
think.
it might have been Candace that said that in the Chris McDonough thing that she had asked Robin to babysit.
Someone said it was in a local news interview and they're going to look for it.
Oh, it might be in that Rogersville Times article that had all that info. Remember that one I found? It had all that good info in it. And it was just an article written by that reporter guy. The Wells were
Well, I'm
going
glad
where?
I'm not the only one.
Hi, Lucia.
Maybe because Candace had to take the grandma to the doctor or something and Dawn was at work. So maybe they were going to ask Robin to babysit.
I'd like to know
She
if
just
Robin
said that-
ever babysat before. That doesn't even make sense.
That's what I was just wondering too.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Crazy 8, that was a
Never heard
rumor.
of it.
It was a rumor. Lady Liberty says she thought she heard that as well.
Okay, the time was the dance class. She said that it started at 6, and she thinks that the calls were between 6:30 or 7, 6:30 to 7.
Which is about
And
right.
I pulled it back and played it. Yeah.
This case is just insane.
How far away was her dance class to their house?
No idea. Well, she lives in Mount Carmel, or not Mount Carmel. Isn't that Texas?
I have no idea. You're asking.
Wait,
the
is
wrong
it called Mount
That's
Carmel?
David Koresh.
No, it's
That's
Mount.
David Koresh's place.
Yeah, but Mount Carmel is right there. That's where Robin lives. Something Carmel.
Yeah, it is.
Mount Carmel. Okay, so
I think it is Mount
she's
Carmel.
like 30 minutes away from the Wells. She's not right around the corner. So she's like 30 minutes away. But the interesting thing is that red truck was seen on trail cams, and put together on the sightings, it went down Mount Carmel way and turned around. That's where it was seen. Just saying. And what happened to Robin's dad? Like, she seems pretty young. Her dad had to be, on the younger end of things. I wonder what happened that he passed away this year. But I'd be curious to know who owned that truck prior to Robin. If it was her dad, did LE like pull all the DMV records and look at the red Tacomas registered in Hawkins County?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure they looked at the whole state of Tennessee. I mean, come on. That just seems prudent to me.
Queen,
look at the whole
You
state.
hope and think they did.
Queen bitch, how do you know that? How do you know that? Were they in the video? She says Pastor and Robin were at the water when Chris was talking to Candace. In my opinion, it was to make sure Candace didn't say anything wrong, like keeping an eye on her. So I just want to know, how did you guys see? I saw somebody in the woods when she was talking to Chris by the water, but I didn't tell who it was. I thought it was just someone there, like at the park. Did you guys notice that when you watched it?
I did.
Actually, no, I didn't notice that.
No, but you
They
know
were
what? I
peeking.
remember, I don't know if I should bring it up, but I remember that Chase guy said, go back to the interview that Chris did with Candace at the water and pay attention.
I'm gonna have to go back and look now.
Same.
Yeah, we're gonna have to replay that.
But I have to say,
okay,
I know that we think that all law enforcement are idiots right now because we have just undergone the laundry.
I don't
debacle.
think that.
But they really aren't. I know, but a lot of people do. And that's why they're saying, well, if they thought to do it, if they, we think they did. I think the majority of especially state officials like the TBI, they're a step above just the regular hometown cops. So I would imagine they ran that red truck. I think this red truck, for me personally, I think it's just a nothing worker. But, who knows with this case.
Yeah, I don't
I would
understand
really-
any of this stuff because they supposedly, are ruling out things or whatever. Like, oh, we want to rule this out. Like, we want to rule out the truck. What have they done to rule it out? Right?
Right? Like,
I guess we're not going
I
to be
wish they
told.
would throw out a little bit of the trail cam footage for us. I mean, so many people can pick apart these images as well.
So, all right, back to the video of Chris at the water with Candace. There are two people that are like in the woods. Oops. And Queen Bitch says, I'll get you a screen grab and send it if you want. Yeah, send it.
Yes, please. Because now I'm so curious. I want to go and look.
Jay,
I saw
why'd
people
you have to
peeking from
say
the
it?
trees.
Why'd you have to say it so seductively?
Say what? Say what?
You're like, oh, she said she's gonna, Queen Bitch is gonna send this. Yes, please.
I didn't say that. Someone
Hey,
that wasn't me.
guys,
Someone
as of
else said.
August the 5th, y'all, as of August the 5th, the person driving that truck has not been found. That is from the WKRN.com, the TBI. It's still not found, and that was August 4th.
I'm telling you, I just found an article on November 4th that says they're
Mhm.
still
Maybe
looking
that's
for the Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah.
Maybe we should give them a tip.
They think that was EquiSearch in the woods. I don't think so. It was
EquiSearch wasn't there then.
yeah, and they wouldn't
Yeah.
have been right there. Well, no, I don't think that was EquiSearch.
No.
That was.
They weren't
I thought
there
it was a
then.
park goer, so I don't know. They say you can see Robin, so we're gonna have to go back and watch that. TBI is on the case now. Catlin, you got to remember that TBI is a small fraction of the whole state, right? So the Hawkins County Sheriff is the lead investigators in the case. The TBI is assisting. Okay, so Dotson said in another interview he got a call from Candace around 10 or 7:30. He shouldn't get that wrong, though. You can look at your phone and see. Oh, that was another big takeaway from Brian Enton last night. He confirmed with Ronnie Lawson that Don and Candace passed their polygraphs. Did you hear that?
Yep.
I was like, holy
did.
hell.
Did you hear
Yep.
about? Did you hear the later on that FBI agent saying how easy it is to pass a polygraph if you're on substances?
Yeah, but they were drug tested and they had to come back, so they weren't on substances. I'm sure they made sure they weren't under the influence the second time.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what about
because she was
drinking?
too messed up the first time.
They both
mean,
tested
they- yeah.
positive for drugs. They both did.
Right, but
Yeah.
they could have had alcohol. I mean, alcohol doesn't show up in the drug test.
I believe it does,
Oh yeah, it does.
but they also could have easily been blackout when all this happened. You know what I mean? So their recollection, while sober, maybe isn't the
It's
same.
a lie.
Yeah, but Don was also at work, so and people saw him there. So he wasn't blackout. I'm not saying Candace wasn't.
Sinead says, yeah, plus Dotson didn't know where they lived. How did he get there? Well, Candace could have told him, I guess. Did he go there by himself, I wonder? Like,
Their address isn't really that hard to find. So it's just, okay, turn here after you go there. It's a loop.
doesn't it seem odd, Diggs, though, that, like, no one from the church, like, went with? Like, hey, guys, I've never been to these people's house before, but hey, their daughter's missing and they're a church family member. Could someone go with me?
I mean, it is awkward. The whole thing to me is awkward.
It is. Oh, Dr. Malmo said Summer is with someone associated with that church. My husband says the same thing. Don is a federal snitch. Did you know that? How do you know that?
I didn't
That
know
wouldn't
that, but I
surprise me.
honestly thought that Robin and her husband had something to do with Summer disappearing. So it wouldn't surprise me if somebody from the church has her.
Oh my God. What would be the point? For
You know
what?
what? That may not be bad though, to save her from those people. Can you imagine her life? It had to be hell.
Yeah. And now I save the boys.
So
too.
you
Why
think they
just Summer?
saved her and then like just she's nowhere in the vicinity type thing? Like she gone?
I don't think they're involved, but if they were, that would be the reason I would think that they would do it, is because the fact that perhaps they thought maybe Don was being inappropriate with her. Who
Maybe he
knows?
was. We don't know.
You know, exactly. We don't know, but maybe they found out they were sleeping in the same bed or whatever, and they kind of went.
Took it in their
Because
own
I'm here to tell you,
hands.
being from a conservative church, yes, being from a conservative church, that is very much the things that.
Well,
they
and that would
consider.
make sense why they
I mean, not
saved the girl
my
and not
church,
the
but-
boys, right? Because the girl was the one that was,
Exactly.
yeah. And then how about when Chris said,
And
"Oh,
that's
what
just
did
a thought.
Candace say?" I think it's a good thought. What did Candace say about the haircuts or whatever? And she's like, "Oh, she just said it was a cool cut." What? Can you imagine Dobson's surprise when he went over there that night? Oh, could you imagine walking in that house, not knowing
I-
what to expect?
I thought the whole thing was because of lice.
I think that was a
That's
rumor.
what I heard,
That was a
too.
rumor.
I mean, it's a rumor,
I
but
think that was a rumor.
Well, it was
Well-
a rumor that was founded on that picture of Allison and Hunter with the lice treatment box and all of that. Like
Yes.
there was evidence. that
Well, they
backed
probably
that
have
rumor.
lice. I mean, that was at their house,
look at
though,
that
right?
house.
It wasn't
Yeah.
at Don and Candace's house, though.
But True also said that there was lice involved on Facebook when she was in the Facebook group.
Jennifer Ashley. Robin was there at the swimming hole when CM was, and so was Equisearch. Robin took a pic with them. Dave told this on Duty Ron right after Chris's interview was done with Candace. Thank you, Jennifer.
I still want to know more on Hunter.
Yeah, you guys are all
Really
interested in
both.
him. I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not.
I'm not
It's
either,
the
Jay. I'm
connection.
not either.
Yeah.
You're
don't think it-
not.
Nah.
I'm not.
I don't think
It's
he's
the
got
whole
anything to
thing
do
with
with it.
his relation. No, not necessarily that. It's just the whole vibe between, him and Candace, and it's something's off there.
Well, of course
Thank
there
you.
is. I
That's
mean,
what I'm
something's
saying.
off with all these people. You could look at anything in their life and everything is off. If you really think about it, there's nothing on
but-
in their there's nothing
That's
normal.
true.
I mean, think
That's-
about it.
Yeah.
It's all messed up. It's all messed up.
I think there
It
was
is a
something
cluster.
inappropriate with her and Hunter just by her rubbing his hair in the bed. But I don't think Hunter had anything to do with Summer's disappearance.
I think inappropriate could be a lot of things, like, did she drink with him? Did she smoke pot with him, you know? I mean, that's inappropriate. It
Yeah,
doesn't have to be
absolutely.
sexual. It could be, hey,
Absolutely,
I
she did.
smoke joints with Hunter, and that's inappropriate. You know what I mean?
She was 5,
Yeah.
right?
And I believe she did.
Yeah, I
She
think
was
she.
5.
Who was 5? Summer?
How old is Summer?
She's 5.
5.
Dude, I barely even knew how to smoke pot at like 13.
I'm not talking about Summer. I'm talking about Candace.
Oh,
Candace and Hunter.
Hunter.
I was like, what?
No, Candace and Hunter hung out.
They teach them early in Tennessee, huh?
Yeah, clearly.
Oh my gosh, she's all
Jay,
picturing.
don't you think that church is weird though? I mean, seriously.
Yeah,
It is, but
yeah, definitely
I
is.
dated a guy whose mother.
they're weird everywhere.
I dated a guy
Creepy.
whose mother was a Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they're odd, but like these people are especially odd because I used to work for a Seventh-day Adventist church. I never met people that acted like this. Or not a church, I'm sorry, a hospital. The church owned Florida Hospital, and I worked for the hospital. I never met people that were like all tranced out like that. I didn't see that, but I did not go to their services, but I worked with these people. They, most of them were Seventh-day Adventists. I didn't see any people walking around like that, but it is cultish.
It is.
Yeah,
I
but
had
I
a
think
friend
that-
that was.
Dr.
Didn't you
Melmo,
say that they-
stop. That's disgusting.
Didn't you think that you said they had to pay money, like a lot of money?
Cher said that there's money that involves becoming a member, and you're expected to tithe a certain amount, and if you don't, like it's known you're not welcome.
Yeah, that's
Well,
the same thing with
don't you think-
like Roman Catholic.
Yeah, but they
like,
don't
you have
say
to
you're
pay
not
your-
welcome.
And that-
I
yeah,
was
Yeah,
raised.
They don't. Yeah, they don't.
I was
kick-
raised
yeah, they don't
Catholic.
kick
Like, if
out.
you don't pass around, if you don't put anything in the basket, I mean, they know, but they don't not welcome you. Like, seriously, she said that they
Well,
literally, like, you're not welcome if you're not paying your way or working to
But didn't
earn
Robin just
your
say
way.
that they weren't members.
Yeah, she did say they were never members.
She
said
said
they
they
were
were
not
not.
members.
She said she didn't, but that was in July. Did they ever become members after summer? Did they get like any kind of honorary membership?
Can you look on their webpage and does it
You
show
have a
their
missing
members?
child, so you get a discount
Looking.
rate. That seems kind of.
No, I just think that it's funny because they didn't have money to be paying them. I mean,
Well, no,
No.
they can work too, though. So, like, you can get a
Okay.
position. Like, everybody in that church has like a position or a job, so to speak. Like the members.
so it's like Scientology then. Is what you're
Pretty
telling me.
close, yeah. Yeah. I would say it's closer to Scientology than Catholic. Absolutely. Mhm.
Oh, definitely.
I think
Because
so,
I
too.
mean, if you ever watched any of that Leah Remini's, it's exactly the same. They all work for a Scientology company.
Yeah.
And I was there in Clearwater at that stupid ass church. And I tell you what, they came out just to watch me take pictures of them outside.
Yeah, they
The
walk
outside the
around
church
downtown
across the
Clearwater all the
street.
time in their business attire, and there's the
Yeah, and then-
Scientologists.
Yeah. And it's just like, it was creepy as hell. I mean, I'm telling you right now.
I don't
I
know.
just got that,
Happy
like,
Girl said, don't
Even my husband.
they take some of
even my-
Don's paycheck? I don't know if they take it. I think you're expected to just give
Well, I
it.
mean, who he works for is also their church.
Oh,
yes.
Correct.
wait, that Richard guy, his boss,
Yeah, did
the guy I
didn't
call,
they say?
Yeah,
he's part of the
he gets his jobs
church.
through the church.
Okay, so is this town all SDA then?
Evidently.
I mean, for real, is
No.
most of the town SDA? Because there's
I'd be interested to see if the sheriff wasn't an SDA. Just saying.
That's
wouldn't
why I
think the whole
asked if
town.
they
She
give
said
him
there
an
were-
alibi because
Wait a minute.
they are his own bosses.
Wait, we're getting conflicting stories here. So, Inc. says, Jay, on Unmasked, David D. said that he and Robin went together because at night you would never find the place. Now, did Robin say they went together?
Nope.
No.
They went
No,
separate.
she
Where
said she
did
came
you
by herself.
Inc.? I don't know about all that. Is that someone trying to pull a fast
Probably.
one? What is the
That
cornmeal
that makes
mafia?
it more
Hey, Jay,
Yeah.
you've
Right.
got people asking in chat what SDA is.
Seventh-day Adventist.
What
Yeah,
does that
see
even
see
mean?
this? See
Yeah.
see Inc. Yeah.
Yep, I see it.
Who's in
Yeah, is what's his name? Ronnie Lawson SDA too?
I
don't
don't.
know.
I
I'm-
don't think so.
I don't know.
Because
It'd
let
be
me tell
interesting
you-
to find out though, because he let him out of jail.
Well,
He
well,
got his
actually, the
DUI.
judge let him out of jail, not Ronnie Lawson. That was a judge that let him go,
Well-
not Ronnie.
At night? At night? There was a judge at night?
Yes, they have night court. They sure do. You have to
Okay.
go before. If you're arrested, you have to go before a judge.
Well, I
There's
knew
usually a
that, but-
magistrate judge in smaller counties that's on call
Right.
at night.
Right.
'Cause
No,
we
you just
don't
to
have
walk
night
out
court
the
here.
So David Dotson didn't get there till 9 p.m. either then.
But she
was
said
already
he was
there.
there up there before her in the interview just now.
Yeah, she did.
Because she said, I don't know how he was up there, or what the circumstance, but he was up there before I came, and that he came down and met
Yeah.
her down there.
Okay, he drove with Robin. We get it. We get it.
Well,
We
she didn't just say
effing
that, and those are her words.
get it. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to chat.
No, I know.
We
That's
get
what
it.
I'm just
Robin and Dotson got there together at 8:30. Got it. 10-4. Creek Squad, Tennessee. Don, 2 felonies already. CPS already has an injury. Summers, first school year coming. Tennessee law, any child abuse, neglect under age 8 is a felony. Her school sees red flags. Don's 3rd felony, 25 to life, in my opinion. That was a mouthful.
Well, there's a reason that they
Oh.
let him out if he was on probation. Because they don't usually do that.
Yeah, I thought that was
No.
odd too.
Yeah, it is. Odd.
Stand down.
Stand down. Jeez.
That's what it said.
It's our new saying. Stand down, damn it.
Yeah, hashtag stand down. Okay, so Hummingbird says, that's not what the video just said. Hogwash.
Go ahead, Bird.
Yeah,
No. Oh my god, 2 people said that at the same time. Yikes.
Yikes, Ashley. No one said.
SDA believe in worshiping on
Yeah,
the Sabbath.
Ashley.
No other difference that of any other Christian faith. They use the Holy Bible for worship, believe in God. Jesus. No, they are different.
No,
That's
they
not
are
the only
They're
different.
Christians.
Yeah. Go
They go
ahead.
to
Go
church
ahead,
on
Auntie
Saturday.
Cheryl.
Different
School
dogma.
them. School them.
School him, Cheryl.
Christianity is a something that's shared with the Catholic Church as well, but different churches have different dogma and different teachings. Lutherans are not the same as Baptists, and Baptists are not the same as Catholics. They all believe in Jesus. They're all Christian, but they don't all believe the same dogma, and that's where the difference comes in. Okay, I'm done.
Well,
I was ready for Sunday school.
And I had a friend that was Seventh-day Adventist, and she wasn't allowed to wear pants. She had to wear long dresses. She wasn't allowed to do anything.
And didn't they say they
And her
don't eat
family-
meat
I'm sorry.
either? They don't eat meat.
well, what is that other religion?
did.
Is it what is that other religion that's like that? Shit, I can't remember.
Mormon.
No, it was
No, it's not the Mormons. It's Church of Christ, isn't it?
what the hell is?
Oh,
I can't remember.
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Jehovah Witness, yes, Jehovah
Yeah.
Witness. They're like that's
But I've
like
known a lot of
cult.
Jehovah Witnesses that they don't dress conservative. That's for sure.
Well, that's Leah Remini had a bunch of them on there too, and it's just exactly like Scientology.
It's very
They
controlling.
just
It's just a very controlling.
yes,
Anything that's
Yeah.
controlling like that. Like I worked for the hospital. I'm not Seventh-day Adventist, and I couldn't wear like nail polish because it's against the religion. I couldn't wear jewelry. I couldn't wear open-toed shoes, not because I was a nurse or working in medical. I was working in an office. Open-toe shoes are a no-no. Women don't show their toes. We couldn't wear skirts.
'Cause they're seductive.
Yeah, I mean, it's very. I mean, you see Robin's wearing a damn dress, but we couldn't wear skirts. So I don't know.
But she didn't have her
She
ears
had
pierced.
jewelry on.
Oh, they
but
have
she
to be
didn't have a
floor
necklace
length.
and a bracelet.
Floor length
That's in
too.
floor length.
Yeah, that's why
They
her
have to
ears
have
aren't
floor
long,
pierced.
long dresses.
That's why she doesn't have her ears pierced. They
Yes.
don't believe in that. You don't ornate yourself. So it's a lot different. You know, they have a lot of different beliefs that maybe some people aren't aware of. But I mean, like last time I went to Catholic church, they didn't tell me what I could wear. You know what I mean? That's for women. You know what I'm saying? Like women have different rules than the men.
Then yeah, they do, and they consider them differently.
Yeah,
said
so-
toes are too sexy.
So what do we think about Robin's position in the church then? As a female, she seems like a lead or the lead female at the church, does she not? I haven't seen any other females as
She
quite
does.
as
Yeah,
She
dominant.
does.
Yes,
Nobody
She
else
does.
stands out but her.
Mm-hmm.
What is her husband in the church?
Don't know if he's anything.
Maybe her father was in a position of power before he passed away.
I don't know. Maybe we should do some research on that because I would like to know like what
I think it would be
happened.
good.
Yeah, what happened to her dad? You know, what was his position? Did he go to the same church?
It's kind of
Or if he was even the same religion.
yeah.
What was Robin's last name?
I don't know her maiden name, but we can talk about that on Slack. If you guys, I don't know if somebody knows it. I don't know it. I just know her name's
Is it
Lane.
Lane?
Well, that's her name now. I don't know her maiden.
Okay.
She does, yes, Dr. Mumble. She does do a lot of work for the pastor. So Don seemed very upset that Robin called him big, touchy-feely. He was like, "There's no way in hell, Cher, that he's gonna call her that." Hello.
I think that it's very weird that Don is so adamantly protective of the church.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that is
specifically
He is, but
Robin.
only he is, but only to make it to give him some kind of credibility. Otherwise, he's calling everybody every dirty word.
He doesn't look credible.
So
He
he's
doesn't
only
look like
convicted to it.
anybody that has any type of credibility in the devout faith type of category.
But in the same sentence that he is talking the church up, he's also cussing left and right, like saying some of the nastiest stuff
He
in the
uses
same
it as an
sentence that he's
excuse.
talking about the church.
He uses it
She was
as an
also
excuse.
okay with him
That's
being with a
his backdrop.
17-year-old too.
Yeah, that's not okay.
Well, maybe the
That
church
drove
is.
me crazy that she thought 17 years old was okay for him to have an affair with. That is a child.
Why isn't a
still.
fair okay? Is that the religion to where you could have multiple wives?
No,
No, that's Mormons.
Okay.
Is that-
Nowadays you never know, so I had to ask.
Well, who knows? Maybe they do. I don't know. I don't think
Then
so.
why would it be
does
okay?
anybody know where Rutledge, Tennessee is? Do we know if her father was in Tennessee? Robin's father?
Seemed like it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I would assume he was.
There's a Robin, I wonder if her father's name was Robin as well.
Do you read the
Robin L.
chat where it
Lane
says
that's 62
Robin was
years
an
old.
addict? She's trying to change her life, but doesn't believe everything the church says.
What? Who said that?
I can't. I don't.
Who?
I have no idea how to pronounce
Sinead?
it. Yes.
How do you know that though, Sinead? What's your source? I thought it was interesting that Robin was like, I don't really even know why I believe that. So I need my pastor there. Like, you should
How-
probably understand your beliefs, honestly.
Well, I don't believe that's what she was saying either. What I think she was referring to was if they were going to say, well, why do you believe that? What passage in the Bible? She doesn't know the passages, whereas the pastor can say it says. And
Well, that's not what she
Corinthians
said, though.
1.
She was like, I don't know why I
but she says
believe
a lot of
that.
weird things.
Okay, well, obviously she words
But she
things
means
fucked
because
up.
it's in the
Then.
Bible.
She words things fucked up.
Yes, she does.
Because everything she says is confusing.
Do you think she does that purposely?
Not necessarily. No, I think she's just.
Yeah,
I think
don't
it's just
either.
her personality, but I don't know for sure.
Two people in the same church say things that don't make much sense. Her and Dawn, kind of weird.
What I thought was odd when she said Summer used to run around and like they were fine because they wanted the parents always just wanted to focus on what was happening in the lesson in the church, but she didn't mention Candace sleeping in the corner.
Well, she also failed to mention the day she rolled her eyes. She's mentioned that rolling eyes a few times, and I think she feels bad. And I get it, and she doesn't need to feel bad because we all get, we all get up in our moment and get irritated. But
We
she's
all have our what the F moment.
yeah. I mean, just because you've rolled your eyes doesn't make you a bad person or mean, but she did. I mean, I watched all the videos with Summer on their church website. And there was one day, and that's how I knew that I'm sure she had to have looked over at Candace at least a time or two and thought, you're a child. You're not even paying attention to her. Like, at the very least, she probably thought, like Robin probably thought, you guys are here at church as a family. Why aren't you, teaching her how to be at church as a family and how you act? But regardless, regardless, I think she felt bad for that, and I don't think she needs to.
And we've all been around kids
I don't
too,
think so.
so the kind that are rambunctious as well. You can't blame somebody.
What did she call Candace and then changed it? Well, I can't remember what she said. What did she say? Oh, it's gonna drive me nuts now. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about when she said what her when he was asking their emotions and then she said she was something and then changed it right away?
I don't recall.
What was the word?
I can't remember either.
Vanessa Jones made a statement that is interesting that I agree. It says, I get the feeling that Robin is being used as a spokeswoman for the church because she can portray that bubbly personality and win people over regarding the church, which may indeed be true, which is why we hear from her so much.
There you go, Monica M. Callous. They're all saying callous.
Yes. And
Called her
it is kind of callous.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah, Shell, she did say that. That's what she said, that she hadn't been up there, but that David had. And had already been up and had come back down.
Oh, so her and David didn't drive there together then?
I don't think they can.
Oh my God, I
think they came
cannot.
together. I don't believe it. She said that they did
According
not.
to
And
her,
I've never
no.
heard that they did.
Well, if David was already up there, how could they have?
Exactly.
have.
They're both
That's why
telling
I'm
two
saying it's
different
incorrect.
stories then.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
Somebody reported it incorrectly.
No, because David did his own interviews.
Right, but we would need to go back and listen to those and indeed make sure that he said that. Because there's been so much I can't remember.
I mean, their own interviews
Do we know where
contradict
that interview
themselves, I'm
was?
sure, at this point.
Huh?
I'm sure their own interviews at this point are contradicting.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go back to day one.
Well, didn't we just watch David Dobson just a few days ago? Wasn't I playing his stuff?
Yeah, we watched him in the flute playing.
Do you guys remember if he said about when he went there or no? I don't remember.
I don't remember, but we watched so much footage that night
know.
that it's all kind of
Yeah, it goes together.
I agree.
And the story is changing forever with this story. So, I mean, it's one day it's this and one day it's that. The next day it changes again. So it's hard to keep it straight.
I think we all need to pick a person and watch the videos of those people, take notes.
Yeah,
and
we need a
then-
Google Doc.
Yeah.
I agree.
So what did the
Starting from day
people in the
one.
chat think about the video? They have any particular insight they want to share? with us?
Well, they all think that Dobson definitely said that he drove there with Robin. And Robin said that they did not go together. So there's an inconsistency.
We'll check that out.
Oh my
guys.
God, do you
We'll check
have
out what-
Bethany? I'm telling you right the fuck now. You say it one more time and you're getting blocked. Like, we get it, okay? We get it. Oh, Jesus. Why do I feel like I'm being
It's just
Why do I feel like I'm being poked and poked
We get it. She don't
and
get it.
prodded? I don't like her smiliness either. It makes me uncomfortable.
I think she thinks she's really. I think she gets a lot of attention at church. I really do. I think because she's young and she's attractive, and
I know, but who does she get attention from? All those old men there? Blit. Did you see the guys in that church? Or are you just saying in general?
My stomach turned, but you never know. You never know,
Oh,
man.
God. Well, I heard a rumor, but I don't
No,
think
thank you.
that's true. But I'm not going to repeat it because
Digger's going to a Reddit thread about David Dotson because now I need to know.
Well,
get it, Diggs.
Get it.
I think
Well,
they've all
you're
had,
calling
David
they've
Dotson
all had some
sits
fucking
at
stories.
sunset every night and plays his flute for summer.
These people are so weird.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I get helping
Just
out the
odd.
family and stuff, like being at church, but this dude, he only went there for a few months. He didn't even know them. I don't know. I find that to be completely inappropriate. That this man comes into this church, nobody knows him. No one can vouch for him. So, in my opinion, I think you have to be careful with little kids. Like, you can't just willy-nilly trust people when you don't know them. You know what I mean? Just because he goes to that church, people automatically are like, oh, he's a church member.
Well,
And
but,
then
I mean,
he
it was her parents that
ends up
trusted her,
at their
not necessarily
house.
the whole church.
Huh?
It was Don and
I said
it was
it-
Don and Candace that trusted him.
I just think it's odd that he was the first one at their house as well.
Very weird.
It is strange.
Okay,
And I'm
so
with you, Jay. I find it
this
strange that she chose to call him.
on this synopsis of one of his first interviews, it said that Candace showed him the video of the boys and Summer swimming at the swimming hole, that the basement door was locked, and that Candace had waited over 25 minutes before calling him. And this one says that he was there before Robin. But it doesn't, this is just a synopsis, so it doesn't tell me details of what he said. I'd have to watch the video, I guess.
Well,
But it does say that he was there before.
It says he
Robin.
was there before Robin.
Okay.
but what was the other thing you said right before that?
The basement door was locked. And then so it says the basement door was locked, that she waited over 25 minutes before she started calling anyone. Let me scroll back up.
And that the boy, she showed pictures of the boys swimming.
Of the boys and Summer swimming at the swimming hole.
That's right. That's right. He was the one that said the boys went with.
Mm-hmm.
But then I heard, I think I asked Cher about that. I think it was her that said, well, he thought that the kids went with Candace because he thought the kids went to work with Don. So that led me to believe that the boys weren't there. It's really confusing because.
See, and I remember hearing that the boys were with Don in the beginning.
Me too. I've heard it like 5 different ways.
And I know I've heard that, and I bet you I could probably find it in one of the early Facebook groups.
See, people get a lot of creepy vibes from Dotson, and I'm not gonna lie, like, yeah, he is odd.
He gives me a weird vibe. I wouldn't say creepy.
I mean, yeah, these people are all weird. I would have to say that probably 50% of the people that I've seen in that church seem odd. Like, just odd in their behaviorisms.
So we need to score them like on
They
a
have
1 to 10 scale.
They have like inappropriate I don't know. Like just.
But there's like the conspiracy theorist weird, and then there's the, weird guy in the van with the candy weird.
Oh, Creeper. Yeah, Creeper is like, yeah. Like
he
Chester.
gives me more of like the strange guy, weirdo vibe, not really the chomo with the van vibe.
Yeah, I don't get the Chester
Me too.
vibes, but I do get he's just odd. And
He
you know
almost
what?
tries
The guy
too hard to be accepted.
But the guy lost his wife like a year prior to this to cancer. So, I mean, who knows what his frame of mind is, and what he's exploring. Sometimes when people lose a loved one, they question their own faith. So that could be why he tried out a different church. I mean, I'm just trying to, see both sides.
And that's not uncommon.
But I agree with Dr.
And then,
Melmo. I think they have very loose boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
But he had to be so big in the church that he would be listed, and that he would be a second person they call after Robin. So why would someone that's a brand new member be on that important of a list? And it doesn't make
Willingness
sense
to
me.
help.
Yeah, and my guess is his wife passed away. He really doesn't have anything else to do with his time, so he spends a lot of time at the church and doing for the church. So even though he's new, people know him because he's there all the time and he's doing so much.
Yeah,
that would be my guess.
He has grown kids. I read or heard in a article or a video. So. Oh, she is. Okay, I gotta get her the damn link. Hold on. I'm gonna text you the link. All you have to do is push on it. I think she's kind of fired up about today.
I miss so much. It's like of all the days to have appointments.
Did she talk to Candace or Don after all that crap?
I don't know.
I wouldn't talk to him again.
Never.
Do we know for sure though that it was a setup? That's what
I'm thinking it is.
I can't imagine it wasn't.
Yeah, because I mean they're trying to make her look bad
after all this.
I'm really hoping it wasn't a setup because that's just mean and absolutely terrible.
Well,
what
they've
they
been
did
mean
to
to
her.
other people. Well, yeah,
but they are huge, horrible people. We think they may have done something to their child. They're kind of bad people.
I mean, yeah, I think it's because everybody tries to look in the good for people.
They do.
I think at first she tried to help him,
bad,
but then I think Don just couldn't get his story straight or whatever, and he's always telling her something different.
Okay, I just got the email from Queen Bitch. Original screenshot of Robin and Pastor. That does not look like Robin. Okay, I'm going to have to show you guys this. Unless Robin put on a ton of weight, that is definitely not Robin. In the red shirt? There's no way.
Let's see.
All right, let me share screen here. Can you see it?
Cher put in chat that she'll be up in a few minutes.
Okay, cool.
No way is that Robin.
That ain't Robin.
No way.
No, that's not Robin.
That
No
is
way.
not
One, look at
Robin
the hair.
at
The hair is
all.
dark.
The
Not
hair is
her.
not even long.
And there's 3 people there. I think there's one
Right.
person behind that lady in the red, and she's not a small lady.
yeah,
She has her hands
Maybe-
on her
maybe-
hips.
Isn't the
She has her hand on her
Maybe
hips.
Roberta.
She's even bigger than Roberta.
not only that, but that girl's wearing a short skirt.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That blonde lady's wearing a short.
No, I
looks like
think
she's
that's a
wearing short
guy.
skirt.
That's a guy. With the he's
looks
wearing
like a-
he's wearing black shorts. He has his hands in his pockets. And then there's a lady to the
Oh,
left.
Look at the hair.
there's
It's a
somebody
guy.
behind,
It's a
and
guy.
there's a red shirt,
It's got to
and
be.
then there's like a camo shirt color.
Look how big that person is. That is
Said it,
not
it
a
looks like
woman.
Grandis.
No, it's not.
That's not. I don't think.
It
If
looks
it
like
is, it's a
Grandis.
big. It's a very big, tall woman.
I don't think it's.
Queen
It's
bitch is
none of
saying that's
those. It's
Robin
none
in
of the
the
family.
shorts.
This is people in the woods when Chris was talking to Candace. Grandis wasn't
Oh, okay.
there. I don't think.
She's
No.
saying that's Robin in the front of the picture in shorts. Robin's not that big.
What?
No. No, she's not.
That's a.
That's not
That's
Robin.
clearly
That's
a
not
big.
Robin.
Not Robin.
No. Mm-mm. No way.
She's got cut out shoulders. Robin doesn't wear shorts. nor
Oh
have cut
God,
out
that looks
shoulders.
like a big
No.
woman though. That looks like a big guy to me, but
Okay, but
It is.
Robin
Summer
Lane
said
is
she
like a
can't
size
take
No, it's a
three.
woman.
no, that is definitely not Robin. Unless there's
No, it's
2
not
of
Robin.
her. Mm-mm. She's tiny.
She's like a size 3.
I think it looks like Allie.
That
They
would be
don't
more
see
like it.
anything on the chat.
That looks more like Allie. Yes.
Yep.
Those short legs. She has the shortest legs.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, Cher is gonna say that is definitely not Robin.
Oh, it's not Robin.
We've
It's
got
not Robin.
1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10 people up here that say no. 11 people up here that say
No.
no. I don't know what. Oh,
Yeah,
it
no
could
way.
be Jody Sue. I don't know.
They
Jody Sue has blonde hair, but I don't know.
Jay, it's not showing on the YouTube. It's only showing for us.
No,
I
it's
can
showing
see
on
it on
YouTube. I'm
YouTube.
looking at it. I'm looking at it now.
a
It's
lot of
showing.
people. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know why you can't.
can
It's
see it.
because you're behind. If you're behind, you might have to fast forward. That's all.
Yeah, I see it.
I don't know who that is, but it's definitely not Robin.
It's Doug from Northport.
Maybe it's Brian.
Yes.
Brian.
Oh God,
He gained a lot of weight.
that could be Allie though. You're right.
It does look like Allie.
I wonder what they're doing. If they're like hanging out while she does her interview, or
Which one do you think looks like Allie though?
the red
The one in
shirt.
the red shirt
In
with
the
the
red-
short legs.
Okay.
I
maybe.
thought Allie stopped talking to them.
She
She
did.
did.
There's been no contact.
She did. But they're saying these people were like hovering in the woods watching.
Probably just some nosy people like we are. If
Yeah.
we would go and we were good and check it out.
I mean, maybe Hunter's family was there being nosy watching.
It could be.
Oh my God, Caslin. Caslin, is it? Is it really? She said it's Dave Rader.
No, Dave's Raiders hair is
No.
not that light. Not even close. Dave
no.
Rader's
I
gray
think
hair.
she might be right. I think that's a guy. That's a big
No, I don't think it's a
person.
But
No,
Dave
not.
Rader's ripped. He's ripped.
That is
not
not the
Dave Rader.
pastor.
And he has like
No.
wavy hair. That's
And-
not Dave Rader.
I see 3 people
That's a
too.
woman. That's a woman. She's a big woman, but she's a woman.
It looks like somebody has like a sweatshirt or something tied around their waist.
Yes. And she's got her hair clipped back on the sides and it's down in the back. You can see how long it is.
Dave
What are they
Rader.
looking at though? Because there's like, looks like they're
Looks like
kind of
they're looking
looking
on
down.
the ground.
Hmm.
Where's the original picture of this for us to?
It's in Chris's video.
Okay.
Jay,
Yo,
how can I send you a picture?
put it in Slack.
Okay. I was like, I don't know the best way to do it right now.
Yeah, do that.
Okay. Because I just found, like, it's very hard to find full body images right now of Robin, but she is literally like a size 3.
Did you find the one in the
Yeah,
parking
she's
lot?
tiny.
Yeah. But then there's also this other image. Hold on one second. Of everybody at one of the prayer vigils, and there looks to be a heavier set blonde girl in this, but those, I think that looks like 3 men. I don't think
Yeah, I
that
think the blonde is the
Where'd you
woman.
put it? I don't see it yet.
I put it in my message to you because I
You
was like, I
Just
don't
me
know.
and you?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm on the
The
rock.
girl in the
Okay.
red shirt's definitely a girl.
Yeah, you can tell by the tummy.
She has her hair in a ponytail. She's heavier
there's
set,
a
short
heavy
legs.
set in the second picture that I sent. There's a heavy set blonde wearing like gray or navy shorts and a yellow shirt. She's bent over in front of the purple balloons, and I bet you that's who's in this picture.
Could be.
I didn't get it. I think you sent it to the wrong J. Can you send it to the other J?
There's 2 J's in here.
Here, I'll message you first.
I just resent it to you. I probably sent it to the wrong J trying to do it fast.
Oh, there it is.
She's
Okay.
so cool. She has to have 2 of her.
Yeah, right.
Right. She definitely is good.
Okay. So there's that. She is small. And then this one is what? Who am I looking at?
The one that's bent over in front of those balloons is a heavy set, more heavy set, not heavy, but she's a blonde female.
It could be her.
That woman looks short though, but it could be. Look at the hair. Look at her hair falling forward. It could very well be her.
I wonder if they're standing on a slope in that picture.
It could
Why
be.
don't
Actually,
we
it looks
look
like
up
it is.
the last time Dave Rader was there and the group of people he was with and see what they're wearing? We'll know if it was them.
I have no idea where that is. But look
They
at
took a
none of
group
these people
photo.
are necessarily small.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, who knows who was out there, but why would they be out there? That's what's kind of weird. Why would they all go?
No,
Were they like stalking her to see,
Evidently.
to make sure
they
everything?
were probably just wanted to see. They were probably just nosy and wanted to see because they knew that what's his name was in town. I mean, that would be my guess.
The church people, though, don't you think that's kind of rude to hang out in the woods and creep? I think
No,
that's-
because they didn't trust him. I don't think that's weird at all.
Well, they shouldn't have trusted him.
Well, I think
I
they
know,
have no
they have a
boundaries, is
point.
what I think, because it's really none of their
Yeah.
business whether they trust him or not.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, but this church doesn't have a lot of boundaries. We've learned that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So I
Hey,
think it's
Jay.
What?
plausible.
It says Queen Bitch sent you another picture.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking right now.
Okay.
She said, "I'm sorry." Even said anything.
Oh, Queen, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry, hun. We're
No,
all here to
why-
look at
no,
things
don't be
and
sorry.
check them out. That's
I
what
didn't-
we're here for.
I don't think I got 2 though. Wait.
We're just
She's
trying
not
to
gonna
figure
see
it
Oh
out.
wait,
so
there
we
is
just
2. Okay,
let
hold
them
on.
know.
Oh, okay. The original's right below. My bad. My fault. She sent them both. Here. This is. Hang on. Ah, why am I sharing that? Fudge. Okay, there's your original. See them in the background?
I never even noticed that before.
Yeah, I
Me
see 'em.
either.
Is that Dog the Bounty Hunter? It kind of looks like his hair from the distance.
Kinda.
Maybe it was just somebody that was out there at the lake or whatever it was, guys. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with it.
But they said
Yeah,
it
it could've
wasn't a
just been
norm,
people out
but
there.
that wasn't a place that people normally go to. She
But
said
we
that.
saw people out on the water when they were talking. We saw boats and stuff going back and forth. We know people were there.
And as much garbage that's out there, I mean, it looked
It
populated.
did, but she said,
Yeah.
remember, she was like, I brought him here because it's not busy.
Yeah, but Candace said it, so I doubt everything she says. I'm sorry.
I can't with her. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you're right. That could be anybody. It could be people on a hike, whatever.
Could be anything.
Someone said it's Cam and Allie.
Someone said it's Robin, her daughter, and she said they're on a slope and it's Robin, her daughter, and the pastor. I'm not seeing it.
No, that's
No.
the Robin is tiny.
Yeah, they're
Number
definitely.
one, Robin isn't that tall.
Mm-mm. Like slope or no slope,
I mean-
she's not that wide.
No, she's not.
No. There's no way she could get that big or wide within that short amount of time.
And that's a grown woman next to her. So I don't.
I'm gonna go on a limb here and say that really does look like Allie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too.
Real
I could
similar.
see Ellie.
Real similar. Definitely that is not Robin though.
No.
But good
It's
catch,
probably
Queen.
just somebody that was unfortunate enough to be there and had their picture taken, and now they're. people are gonna
What does
question who
that
they
one
are
chick
forever.
look like though? That was at Allie's when Hunter and Allie did the interview. Wasn't there that what was her name? Melissa, not Melissa. Something stupid like that. No offense, Melissa.
I was like,
I was waiting for you to pipe up.
Stupid like
that
that.
was something stupid like that. That's it. I'm changing my name.
You're just
Calm down,
keeping
Jake,
you on
calm
your
down.
toes. Just keeping you on your toes. But her name, the one
I thought it was
Leslie.
like Jay.
Leslie, yeah. Leslie.
Right.
It was Leslie, and she sat down at the table where Hunter was, remember? Hunter was gone after his interview. I don't know if it was a different day he aired it, but
The woman that's a little older.
yeah, she didn't show her face. She had her back to
Wasn't
the
that
camera, and she
wasn't
had
that the grandmother though?
no.
The one lady was the
There
grandmother.
was
Oh, the
another
grandmother
friend
was
that
sitting on
did
the other side.
when they did the interviews and they ended up in their car. I don't remember. It was like with the company that came from New York when Hunter's dad was trying to come get them.
Hmm?
There was Allison and somebody as another female who did those interviews. I can't remember what her name was.
I'm about to tell you. Because I'm going to look up the video.
I can't remember it either.
I think it was Leslie. I think Don talked about her in his Dr. Phil thing or something. I just heard him mention her name not too long ago. In the last week. So it would be which one? The Alley one? Who just hung up without saying goodbye? Just kidding.
Not me.
No, me.
No one did.
I heard the
It
little
was totes
thing.
me.
Here, you guys, I'm going to share screen so you can see. It's one of these. There's Candace part 1 and part 2. But when did he do Allie? Was it before that?
Did it
Or after?
the same time he did. What's her name? What's his name? The kid, Hunter.
I know, but was it before he did Candace?
I think it was.
Oh, here it is. All right, let me just mute it. I'm just gonna fast forward and see if we can see that girl because it just showed the back of her head. God. Allie's bigger than that chick standing at the park. Sorry.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, that ain't her. This isn't the one with the girl. This is just Hunter, I think.
Are you talking about the one where they had the fireworks going off?
I think so. It's the same exact scene. Maybe it's this one. No. On scene. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where he showed it, but it was the same exact setting at what's her face's house at Allie's. And there was
On the porch?
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is her right here. That's her.
Could be her. That could
Tell
be
me
her.
that doesn't look like the same hair and the broad shoulders.
Yep.
It does. It does. It could be.
Angelique, you're an asshole. Seriously. Just hide those people. Don't even bother just removing it. Queen, bitch. We weren't laughing at you at all. I actually think it could be this girl right here. And I think her name's Trish. And the mother, her friend, Leslie. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
It's Leslie.
Yeah,
This
You
is
did say Leslie.
This is Allison's coworker, Leslie.
Who also knows Candace?
Hmm?
Who also knows Candace?
I still didn't hear you.
I said that she
Who
also
also knows Candace.
Yes, she does, because she was on here giving her opinion of Candace and how she treats her kids and how she's such a horrible mother. Look at the hair. Tell me that ain't that chick. It looks like her.
But you know what? Looking at Allie, I think Allie is too big to be that woman that we were
Yeah.
seeing this
Yeah,
register stuff.
That's not Allie.
I think that
I
Allie's too
agree.
big.
That's not Allie.
Yeah.
But it could.
Allie's too big.
But is it Allie and Cam, as in cracking cases? Could that be?
Oh, they're talking about that Allie? I don't know
Yes.
what she looks like other than her face.
I think that Allie is skinnier.
I don't know what she looks
Yeah,
like.
that alley's really thin.
But she doesn't have black hair like that. And she doesn't know. I maybe unrelated then, because if that's not Allie, that Allie, then I don't think it's the other Allie either. Because she has blonde hair, doesn't she?
Allie?
Like of Cam and Allie.
she's-
I think she has blonde hair. She's not a
I think
brunette.
Allie had dark. I thought she did. Maybe I'm thinking the wrong person.
I definitely don't think she's brunette like Allie, like dark. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I don't.
Hey,
I don't
hey
think it's that
Heather.
dark.
I'm not gonna let you get away with being muted the whole time.
We see you.
Can you fill chat in as far as Allie?
Me?
Anyone?
What do you mean? At which Allie?
The Allie that you were analyzing in like the photo.
Candace's friend.
Oh, like a backstory?
mom?
Just a backstory?
Yeah,
Yes.
just a highlight for those that don't know.
Oh, Allie is a friend of Candace, or I guess ex-friend, and her son is Hunter. And that was who went to the swimming hole with them that day, was Hunter.
You know what I found funny about that is that they were all complaining about how bad of a mother she was, but they let their son go with her.
Yeah, I know.
Exactly.
I'm just like,
They all
well,
just wanted to bash her after they had a
Yeah.
bone to pick, and that's really shitty time to bash
Exactly.
people.
They were no better than her.
It was. It was pathetic.
It was an awful time for friends falling out, and she was vulnerable, and they just chose that time to attack each other and let each other's skeletons out of the closet because they felt that Candace's story was going to bring out Hunter's bad things.
Yep.
And
yeah.
then Hunter's dad
Good for
came
him.
out of the woodwork. It was a mess. So they were trying to do damage control by burying each other's dirt.
I agree. I think that's exactly what happened.
yeah, I'm sure.
And they also had the falling out back in October when the big fight broke out with Don and Candace and Jose,
Oh yeah,
and then Don got arrested.
yeah.
And so Candace
And
blamed
you know,
it
we haven't
on
heard anything about
Allie.
Jose.
She
This
said
is like a soap opera.
she said Allie's the one that brought Jose over. She didn't want him there.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, right.
So she blamed Allie for that. So Don comes home all pissed off, coming at this Jose. They get in this fight, and he goes to jail.
And you know, Jose, nobody's ever talked to Jose. Jose is this guy that we just hear about. It's like nobody's ever tracked him down to try to have an interview. I mean, Jose just
Right,
disappeared
like where is
into
he? I
the
know.
mist.
Yep.
Grandis knows because didn't she drive him home?
Yeah, Grandis took him to North
No,
Carolina. For...
Brandis did.
I'm just saying.
Is he even real? Like, do we know if he
Well, we don't
exists?
know, but
No,
we don't know. But evidently, Don got in a fight with someone.
from what we know, from what
Yeah.
we've been told, but you know, everything could be contrived. To be honest, everything could be contrived in a made-up story, and who knows?
I just sent you what is suspected to be the most recent picture of Allie, Jay.
Wait, Tim R said not only Jose, but 6 other men came along. Who are those men?
What? 6 other men?
And where did we hear that?
Tim R.
Yeah,
Where'd you
there
hear
were
that, Tim R?
there were it was like they were on their motorcycles. I heard that too. This is the
Wasn't
pastor,
that
you
his dad,
guys.
though?
He's not that big. He just has a big belly. But he's not tall and broad. I don't think that's the pastor in that picture.
Let's see. No,
He's not like
that's not the
no. I don't think so.
pastor. A whole different body type. Whole different body
Maybe
type.
not the pastor, but literally looks like every priest I had growing up via
Every
Catholic.
minister in the world. He had to be a minister. It was preordained, literally.
Like bald, white, like maybe probably monotone voice.
But does anybody else find it really strange when they told the story of how Grandis drove Jose? Now, if somebody caused my daughter that kind of problem, I ain't driving him nowhere. He's hoofing it wherever he goes, but he's getting the heck out of my house. But I ain't getting in a car and driving him nowhere.
Well, Grandis
He
was
wants to
drinking
stop
with
the
him
fight.
too, though. She was there right with
Yeah.
him. So
Yeah, but I mean, but the whole thing is, why would you get in a car and drive him all the way? That mean
because her
if he
son-in-law
was
and him
there, I
were
believe
getting in
everybody was
fights.
enjoying it. I wouldn't.
Okay, their tithing
no.
recommends 10% on their website.
Right. That's every church. That's
Yeah,
every
that's it.
church is 10%.
And then in addition to that, they recommend 3 to 5. So between 13 and 15. Oh, wait, there's more. Hold on. Tithing is 10, local church 3 to 5, conference and union 1 to 2, the world plan 1 to 3. So what does that add up to be? 10 at the most. 15.
13. It's about 16.
At the most
18%,
20.
something like that.
At the most 20%. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a lot.
But I think the others are just suggested. The only thing that's in stone is the 10% that is in the Bible. It says every church.
I
believes in
don't know
10%.
about SDA though. I wouldn't speak for that because you never know with them. It's a different religion.
This is true. And it's just, and religion is being kind. That is a lot,
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
especially for people in a very small rural area.
Yeah, that's what I
I
thought.
think that's an awful lot.
I thought so
I mean,
too.
these people having trouble putting food on the table, but you're wanting to give them, 20% to you.
Mm-hmm. That's why I always thought the
I find
Seventh-day Adventist church was like a wealthier church because when I worked for the hospital, obviously it was all physicians and stuff. So I just had this impression that it was kind of like Scientology. You know, a lot of wealthy people are involved in that religion.
I really don't know if Scientologists leave there wealthy.
If what?
I said, I don't know if they actually leave the church wealthy because they paid
Nope.
so much money to them.
Oh, yeah, I know. But a lot of celebrities and a lot of people with money are involved, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I thought maybe it was the same way there, but apparently
No,
not.
it's a very old religion, but it's a very old organization.
Mhm.
But as I said, it's
I don't know. I mean, Don,
that's a lot.
it's funny because what were we watching today? Where they said what his religion was. What did we watch?
I didn't see that.
They said that he said that he was 7-day Adventist.
And he was raised Mormon.
Robin did.
So how far off from Seventh Day is Mormon? Not very far.
I don't think they're
They're
quite as bad. I don't think
They're-
Mormons are
no.
quite that bad.
And their dogmas are totally different. The Mormons actually have a different Bible. They
have their own book.
use the
Yeah.
Holy Bible and their own book, so they put it together.
But I'm saying as far as
Seven-day
social
Adventist,
rules and things like that Don would be aware of, are they that different? Where he would be comfortable in a church like SDA coming from Mormon church rather than a Catholic coming from Catholicism to SDA? I mean, what are more similar?
Well, but the thing is about Mormons, the Mormon church is that they don't really have your body is a temple. You can't have caffeine. You can't drink.
Yeah.
No premarital sex, so on and so forth, which is a lot of churches. That's a lot of churches. The Baptist church believes that as well. But the thing is that the Mormon church, you're allowed to wear whatever clothes you want. The Mormons I know wear quite a bit of makeup, very vain.
But isn't the Mormon
I know
religion
people
a
I can't
little
believe it.
more like cultish as far
it is
as being
Gay bill.
controlled?
absolutely it is.
So
I have a
SDA
friend that was
is
raised a
closer in that respect.
Maybe, but I have a friend that was raised in the Mormon faith. So I'm just repeating what she told me. And she told me, she said, Cheryl, the church will help you, but make no doubt they want something back from it, and you will never be forgiven for what they helped you. They expect you forever to pay it back.
What happened to
Not
Donnie?
necessarily monetarily.
What happened to Donnie, you guys?
Look at his parents.
No, not Donnie.
It's 'cause I'm going,
Woo!
look at his parents.
Woo! That was awesome. You are on it. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Someone named Donnie just got blocked. I'm like, what happened to Donnie? And you're like, you were
See?
on it.
It's the name.
Donnie Wells. Donnie Wells. You're like, look at his parents.
Look at his parents.
True. I mean, it's just generational, right? They're weaving sleeping
as I dislike-
mats out of. Look at this week. We are weaving sleeping mats for the homeless out of our clean plastic shopping bags. Oh, that was back in June. Sorry.
Fun.
And they're all good. They're all good deeds, and I can appreciate all of that. But the thing is, let's face it, this is really weird. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if they're as weird as we think they are, because what Don keeps saying. I think Don went there because of the fact he needed something. I don't think Don really believes that. I think Don uses it as a shield
I don't know. Don
to
looked
make people like
in
him.
Don's defense when we watched the videos where they did not know people were watching. He was engaged. He was engaged in the
He was
ministry.
listening. He was listening, but I mean, I think he uses it when it's convenient. I think if he doesn't go to church, then they're not going to.
God, can I go out on a limb here without getting smacked by all 9 of you?
Yes.
Why do I still, after all of this, feel like in the back of my mind that Don Wells really wants to change and be a good person? He just can't do it. Like, he just doesn't have the tools to do it, but he wants to. Whereas on the other hand,
you have a huge heart. You have a huge heart and you always think of the best. That's why. But generally,
I don't
people
think
are
that I
not
would smash.
the best.
So you don't agree?
No,
I honestly
think Don
don't
will
think
use
that he
anybody.
has horrible intentions. I think that even the worst person can have good intentions and just have horrible execution of good intentions.
Well,
I
my
think that
ex-husband
he
thinks
thinks
he's a
that
good
he
person too.
does enough godly things that maybe it will help him.
Yeah.
I guess I just have
I think
hope
he
that
needs a-
that people can find their own happiness, whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I just feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. How far will people go to fake it? I don't know. Would he read Ellen White's books to fake it? Or would he just show up on the Sabbath to fake it? I don't know how far people will go,
How do we know? How do we know how much about Ellen White he knows? He says he read her book, but we don't know. I could tell you I'd read any number of books, but unless we discuss it, you don't know whether I actually read it or not. We all did that in school. Yeah, I read it. We did. We just read the last 4 pages.
Yeah.
As I said.
No, I get it.
But I'm
there's
never
two
gonna,
sides to all of it.
I'm never gonna like Don.
And you don't have to. I'm not even saying.
I think he's a user. I think
he's perfectly happy with everybody thinking Candace had something to do with it. He's innocent. I don't really think he
Yes.
gets too crass about his wife at all.
I agree.
Because he wouldn't be,
as long as it makes him look better.
I mean, he wouldn't be calling her the names he calls her and I realize that they're drunk and all that other crap, but you don't say that to people that you supposedly love. I'm sorry, you just don't.
Well,
I was just gonna say that. You don't.
But you have to
I don't
consider
care
their
how drunk you are.
upbringing. You got to consider the upbringing,
Yeah,
it's not
I was gonna say,
desirable.
check your email.
It's not.
It may not be what we like, but I know that there's areas where it's common to call people that and not think twice.
I lovingly call my husband an asshole sometimes. Like loving you, like asshole.
Yeah.
Like I don't say it like you're an asshole, but I'll say like asshole. Like
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But Don doesn't do it in public. Don behaves one way in public, and one way when he's not.
But I just think he wants everyone to think that he's this good guy. He goes to church, and if anyone did anything, it would be his wife.
Who made the bad choices and the bad friends and everything else. And
Yeah, what's with the friends?
Alibis, so it doesn't matter.
What's with the friends comment all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Right?
Oh my God,
I just
Queen.
know that
Dawn is a
Queen. She said, I'm dead. I got a side view of Pastor. Hold on. Okay, give it a second and you'll see it.
Oh Lord.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That may be Pastor in the red
That
shirt,
could
guys.
right. Queen might be onto something here.
I think so.
I think it might be Pastor.
That's
in
from
red
the
shirt.
video when
Look at his
Brandis
hair.
comes in late.
I think we have a winner.
Look at his
I
hair
think
too.
so too.
Teresa, does he work though? Does he really work? Does Don work?
Who knows? He wears that dang thing that's got stuff all over it every time he talks to
His
everybody. He goes to
vest?
court, so everybody thinks he does.
His vest.
I don't know if he does, but he sure makes people want to think he is.
I don't, and I don't know what it is about him. I don't know if it's his blue eyes. I'm like, because he has like the bluest eyes. Those kids, like Summer has the prettiest blue eyes. Like they're just like
dad had
Don's.
those eyes.
Yeah,
My dad had
my
those
dad
beautiful
too.
blue eyes.
My dad too. Like crystals, like you could almost see through them. So
Right, exactly.
so beautiful. And I don't know if it's that kind of softens him
Jane-
for me. I'm not sure. But
It
Are you
might
sure it's
be.
not the candy apple lips that you like?
shut up, Auntie Cheryl. We all know that you were all hot and bothered after that interview. She was ready to decorate for Christmas and sit on Santa Claus's lap.
Is Cher not coming on?
Sing Santa Baby.
Oh my gosh. I don't she said I don't know. Hold on.
Cheryl. Now we know.
Oh, his lips are so disgusting. Every time I see him, I'm like, God, it's like they're wet all the time. I just want to pat them dry or something. Ugh. Gross.
Whose lips?
Don's lips are always red and they look like they're wet.
Well, especially in that one interview,
Yeah.
they were very, very jolly red, and we were kind of, cracking jokes. We were cracking jokes that they look like Santa Claus lips.
I know. That's why I asked you
He's
if
a
that was
lip
what made
licker.
you have that soft
Mwah.
spot for him. That's why
I
I said
just want your extra time in
Yes.
your kiss. You guys are gross.
We were just talking about Pretty Woman the other day. Thank you.
We were, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
My
And now
favorite
I'm gonna
movie
have to
makes me
watch the
shallow.
bathtub scene and not think of Dawn. Thank you.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's divert our
Not
convo
ruin
back.
our
Yeah, let's
viewing
go back
pleasure
to
without having to think of Don.
Yeah, let's go back to Robin Lane. I did just get a text from Cher though, and she's not going to be able to come up tonight. She had something come up. I know.
We hope you're doing well, Cher.
Yeah, I don't think she's in chat anymore,
You
but
sound the best.
she's okay. But we are going to talk, and we're going to get that going. So I want to tell everybody what we're going to be doing. With whoever
Yay.
wants to be involved. Cracking joints. Oh shit, that was kind of funny, Shell. That was kind of a funny one. Just kind of a funny spinoff. Why is everybody getting deleted? Don't delete. Not Smokey P. Oh.
Smokey makes me laugh.
Yeah, why is look at even that? No, he didn't say anything wrong there. Talking about what his kids want for Christmas. That had to be a mistake.
Yes, it had to be a mistake, Smokey. You didn't.
Two
It was an
people
accident.
did it by mistake. Sorry, Smokes. Anyways, what was I saying?
What we were going to be planning to do if everybody wanted to. The new thing we're doing.
With Cher.
You were announcing
Oh,
what
that's
you were
right. That's
doing.
right. Okay. I do, Queen Bitch. I know who you are.
Right.
It's a guessing game.
You definitely started off with the song "Do You Have the Time?" The way you did that.
I don't know what I was gonna sing. I wanted to sing something, and then I started singing, and I didn't know what to sing.
That song came straight to
you're-
my mind, and I was like singing it.
Your name is and your email isn't ringing a bell. Ange. Look at Tim R. Tim R just comes in like randomly and goes, Jody Sue? Oh, Pig Sue. Ooh. I don't know. Ange, you're going to have to email me and tell me. Hey, Scotland.
I don't know what the picture is.
Isn't that crazy? Scotland is listening to us right now. Why? Why?
That's very awesome.
It is.
Because we are bad bitches.
I love it. I love it.
Well, perhaps they would like to be in America just like we as we would like to be in Scotland. So
Right? I'll
Oh my
trade you.
god, I would love to visit Scotland. I think it would
Me
be
too.
so beautiful.
I love bagpipes and bagpipers.
Australia too.
My husband wants to go to Ireland.
Ireland is where I want to go.
Koalas and double-decker buses.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? I don't have any desire to go anywhere like that. The thought of
No,
it
his-
kind of
his
gives me
grandparents-
anxiety.
His grandparents are from Ireland.
Oh,
so
really?
Yeah, I don't think.
I've been to Italy.
Yeah, I
I've
don't.
been to Japan. I'd love to make it
Why are you
well.
talking about bedroom eyes?
Who's
That
got
was
bedroom
Cheryl.
eyes?
No, I'm just
Some
kidding.
people are behind too. I was just talking about
My
blue
eyes
eyes.
are awful pretty.
Well,
Oh,
you
My
asked
eyes are
if she
blue.
was, and she says bedroom eyes. I'm like,
Wait,
what?
Angel. Angel. I know her thing
And
says.
Angel was bedroom
Well, it
eyes.
says Angela, but I don't know Angela. Michael Slater, what up? I know there's a lot of deleting going on. Easy on the steel.
See on the steel.
No,
Might say
it
something
it
bad
gives
about
me
us.
anxiety to think about being in a country where I can't communicate openly. Like I don't know that language because my kids went to Germany and they were telling me like
Ireland and Scotland.
they were like, "Oh my god, it was so weird because we could not communicate."
Well, most people know English, though. Most countries, they do.
so I
Especially
ended up
European.
in a totally different country than what I was supposed to end up in. I
Bedroom
hate
eyes.
flying.
You hate flying?
I was terrified. So my kids came back stateside to visit my family for a couple of months for the summer, and my family lives in the Florida Panhandle. And at the time, we were stationed in Italy. My husband and I were looking at plane tickets, and I found this plane ticket for Panama City, and didn't even think twice about it. I was like, "It's so cheap,
Oh
I'm
my
doing
God,
it."
you went to Panama.
Did it? Yes, I did. I ended up in Panama City, Panama, instead of Panama
Oh
City.
my
Oh,
God. Talk about
Yeah,
being
I
shocked when you
was
got off that
so
plane.
scared. No, they pulled me into the cockpit because I had a panic attack so bad. They had my husband on the other line with the headset trying to get me to calm down because I had no idea where I was going.
Oh my
I
God.
never want anybody to experience that feeling.
If we ever go anywhere, I'm making the arrangements. No trusting you.
Yes, I always tell everybody, I'm like, I don't book this stuff. Everybody else has to ever since then.
oh, that's yeah. Yep.
I think there's a lot of places in America that I haven't seen yet that I would like to see before going international. Nothing against it. I don't know. It's just
But you know that they do speak English in Scotland
it's
and
it's
Ireland
not oh,
and
I know. It's not
Yes, they
just
do.
Australia.
it's not just the language. I don't know. I guess just being that far away from home just kind of it's a little unsettling for me.
Well,
Well,
and
my
the fact that
husband,
they have different laws.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing. It's not like what we know, and that is a frightening thought.
Yeah, like really, I mean, I've only been to Canada. I went to Costa Rica, and that was kind of unnerving on the way back at the airport. They literally have rifles and stuff, like,
Yep.
and they were
Yes.
just randomly pulling people aside in these rooms, and it dawned on me, like, they can do whatever the F they want right now. Like,
They can.
I am not
They can.
protected by American laws right now. It was like a really vulnerable feeling. I didn't like it.
the
It
first
is
time I
a
was
Mexico's the same
vulnerable
way.
feeling,
Mexico,
but
you have no rights.
the
None.
first time I was out of the country was in Jamaica, and I'll never go back there ever.
Really? Who said that?
Me, Janice.
Janice.
I
That's
got
not
off.
even
We were,
right. I love
we
Jamaica.
were on a cruise ship. We were on a cruise ship
Oh, there you go.
I
in,
love
Mon-
the Bahamas.
in Montego Bay.
You went to
And
Ocho
I see,
Rios, didn't you? Is that where you docked?
no, Montego Bay. And when the port area,
Yeah,
they
that's
had
horrible.
rifles and all kinds of crap. So we were going to the Sandals for the day. And these people just honk their horn and go. And I'm just thinking, I'm going to die here today.
They're crazy as hell,
But
aren't they?
it was like, oh, yeah. And like, you know, everybody's asking if you want marijuana. And I'm like, I'm from Colorado. I don't need your marijuana. But anyway, I mean, it was just like, it was so bad.
I
It was
loved
like,
it there. But
get me the hell out
I
of
loved
there.
it too.
I have to tell
I
you,
was
I
flying.
understand why you didn't like it because
Yeah.
I had like a tour guide like take me down by we went to where the port is, and then we went to the falls, you know, that you climb up.
Dunn River Falls.
The Dunn's River
Yeah.
Falls, and they have that marketplace like right out there. You can buy all their souvenirs and shit. That
You're
was the
way-
worst experience of my life.
Mhm.
Okay, that marketplace, horrible. It was jam packed, hot. These women are grabbing my hair, asking me if I wanted it braided. No, I mean, they're touching
know
you,
they
they're
do
grabbing you,
that.
they're pulling you towards their hut
Yep.
to buy stuff. And I was like, oh my God. So then we met this other couple at our hotel, and they were like, no, 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 you've got to use this guy. We have this private driver, and he's taken us all up in the mountains, like cool places. So we got him, and he took us up in the Blue Mountains to where Bob Marley grew up.
Oh, that'd be
And
awesome.
we got
Yeah.
to go and walk through there. There was a tour, and like literally people were like throwing joints at you. And then when you leave, there's a ganja tree and you get your picture taken by it. But it was like stuff we would have never even known were there, you know?
Yeah.
And that was cool. So like if I ever went back, I would totally recommend, going off the touristy areas
Yeah.
sucked.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Well, then we went to the
But
place I
always
really
have a
liked.
guide.
Yeah,
Always
the
have a
place
guide.
I
Never go
really
by
liked
yourself.
was Granada, and I never thought. I mean, who thought that you'd like Granada? It was awesome.
really?
Yeah. My daughter likes Bonaire. I'm not too thrilled with it. I didn't find it that,
I thought Costa Rica was beautiful where I was.
I've never been to Costa Rica. I really want to go there too.
But I wouldn't venture off of the resorts there. It's a little spooky.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it is.
Well, in Cozumel, I like Cozumel, Mexico, because I like shopping there and stuff, but I don't go off the main road at all.
I've never
No,
been to
you don't go
Mexico.
off the main road.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
never.
Mexico.
Neither
I
Just
have
be
don't mind
really
Cozumel.
careful in Mexico.
I have no
Really
desire to
careful.
go to Mexico.
I went
Can
to
I tell you the
Cabo,
safest place I've ever
San
felt was
Lucas,
in Japan.
and so we went to Cabo, and my husband and I were drinking at 9 a.m.
Yep.
And needless to say that I don't remember how I got back on the ship. All I remember is my husband grabbing me by the neck, my shirt, and all I remember him saying was, "No mas tequila." That's all I remember.
Oh Lord, sounds like a memorable trip.
Oh, it was quite fun until I had that shot. I did a half a shot of tequila, and that was it. Don't remember anything after that.
A
And that was the
memorable
last
trip
time I
can't
Oh
drank.
wait,
remember.
we got off topic. I didn't finish telling everybody about the
Oh,
the
shoot.
research thing. So
Yeah.
so anyway, with Cher, we're gonna do a collaboration where we are all going to get together and start from the beginning of the summer case and go back to the very, very beginning. She's gonna, bring in what she has, acquired through all of these months, which should be really interesting. And we are going to share some of our research with you guys as we kind of sift through it and have things to bring to the table to show you. So I think that will be really super interesting. And who knows what we might pick up on going back.
I'm sure we'll pick up on a lot.
Exactly. I think it's gonna be exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be exciting, so we can put it all. We can do it the way it should be done from the start to where we are now, rather than everything kind of thrown in helter skelter.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, I'm really
Heather.
excited for this too.
Heather said Cher has all the juicy deets we all want. She
Yeah.
just
I
says it
know, right?
bluntly. Yeah, this is it. So right.
Fact.
Right. Facts. Well, I'm sorry. Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off. Who was talking about their trip? I want to hear.
No, I was just staying in Cabo. That's what we did.
Well, somebody
So,
brought up
I don't ever want to
Japan.
go back there.
Somebody brought up Japan.
Oh,
though.
that would be awesome.
That was me. That was the safest place I honestly have ever felt in my entire life. Like even being outside the US, there's absolutely minimum to no crime there. And it
In
is so
Japan?
safe. Yeah. And everybody is always worried about the children.
That's good
They
to
want to
know
make
because my nephew is going to Japan he's graduating high school, but he's going there for exchange student program, and I've been super worried about it.
he's gonna love it. We lived there for
Yeah.
6 years. I did 4 years with my family, and then we did 2 to 2.5 years just recently before we moved to Florida.
How cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
A girl I went to
heard
high
Okinawa is pretty-
a girl I went to high school with actually went to college in Japan.
Yeah, that's I think what my nephew's doing. They're doing some kind of exchange thing where he gets credit for his first year.
Where
We actually brought a couple of the Japanese students into our home. They would do like weekend stays and stuff so they can learn the American experience. And then they would do the reverse for our kids as well so that they could learn the Japanese experience. And it's definitely an amazing thing for them to do.
Yeah, there's no swapping going on. We're just sending him over there.
Hey, Liz Silva, where is the new picture of Jake, Noah, and Amber? No, Smokey's good. Smokey's never disrespectful.
No.
Smokey's got a beautiful heart.
I know there is lots of accidents tonight. There's a lot of butterfingers here.
I won't lie, that first one was me with Heather, and I owned up to it.
It's fine. Hey, things happen.
It does.
My phone went flying out of my hand.
I know that's what I do. Is like my phone will drop or something. Before I know it, I deleted something.
Or
Like, what the hell?
sometimes too, if you go to like delete something and then someone chats, so it moves it up, and you're like,
Yeah.
you hit that, so
If
it
you don't
changes
realize
it.
it, it's-
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
And the mods can't undo it.
Yep.
That is
That's
the
the thing
worst part.
That
Liz,
we want, like, if we notice, we don't get to undo it.
Digger, did you see a new picture of the three of them? 'Cause I'm not.
I didn't see a new picture. They released a new poster because California has officially entered in with the search. There's an actual Amber Alert in California. Washington's and Oregon and Idaho have also released an Amber Alert, and the FBI is officially involved, like the real FBI. So there is a new wanted poster that actually says if you see them, call 911.
So I'm missing something though. They found the vehicle yesterday because yesterday was kind of a blur for me. I was
So
busy.
It's very frustrating because the picture that we saw when everybody was so excited that they saw the car in Arizona, that was actually on the 7th. So it took some digging, but that was actually on the 7th where the stickers are removed, and that was impounded in, I don't even know how to say it. It's like San Claramonte or whatever. I've been calling it
San Clemente.
I've been calling it Clementine all day. Trying to remember. But it was found in a parking lot in an outlet mall, abandoned. Now, in the Arizona picture, it had all of the normal tires. In the parking lot where it was abandoned, it had a donut that had actually separated from its rim, and then it was impounded for being left overnight. So they believe that the car had been abandoned on 11/11, which is 3 days prior to when the Amber Alert was finally issued for Noah. So we don't know where exactly they are now. They've had quite a lead. But they did issue a new poster.
I see.
So there is 2 warrants out currently for Jacob. The one, which is the initial one for the custodial interference, and the secondary warrant is for the especially aggravated kidnapping of Noah. There's still nothing out.
So is this the back of the car right here?
That is the back seat. Yeah. In Slack, we had put all of the pictures.
He has
We actually
MREs.
identified, yes, tons of MREs.
MREs.
He
And
has
cooking pots.
cooking utensils from Ozark Trail. It is a 22-piece dine and cookware set from Walmart. He had powdered milk in the back. He had an AT&T prepaid phone box. So that's frustrating. It does look like he attempted. There's a ton of MREs. There's a ton in the back seat. There's a ton in the trunk.
And they had to abandon them, so that kind of puts them at a disadvantage. That maybe they'll do something.
And it looks like he
and
tried
slip
to
up.
take the car seat.
It does look like he tried to take the car seat because the car seat is unbuckled, and we don't know what equipment he did manage to take out of the vehicle.
So they did this in a rush?
It appears to be that he left in a rush because our speculation, because obviously we have no facts, it looks like he attempted to take the car seat at first and then decided against it because he did unbuckle the car seat. You see the seatbelts
I
going
wonder
through
if
the back.
yeah, I wonder if that thing's anchored in underneath and he couldn't get it out quick enough.
Or if because of it, where it's parked in the outlet. Well, where it was parked, it was in the side parking lot near a Blaze Pizza. So we're not sure what time it was originally abandoned or when he had to leave. We don't know if it was around the time when people might have been coming into work or just leaving work, and maybe he felt like he would be seen. It is, I mean, the more he carries, the more suspicious it would look if he's on foot.
Exactly.
What is that
Exactly.
thing? Like, is that a blanket?
That is a blanket. It is blue on one side. You know, when you make baby blankets, they have like the fleece on the one side and the minky on the other, and you get like the baby's name embroidered. So that's like a wood grain pattern on one side and blue on the other.
So that baby boy is not in a car seat.
Not anymore, unless dad has already gone to Walmart and picked up a cheap $40 toddler seat.
What's he driving though?
We don't know. We don't know if he's gotten another vehicle.
Well, that's the
There's
question of the
speculation
day.
that he had way more cash than we believe.
Oh wow.
Guy's such a sicko.
Because you have to remember, he was selling things for months and months prior. And if he really was planning this, like some of his posts suggest, there's some commented posts on Facebook as like 8 weeks ago, where he's talking about how he believes that there's an ascension that's coming where him and his son will be taken to another realm.
Oh, Lord.
And that for right now,
That's not
his
good.
son
Gotta
and
get
his
over this.
mother were getting the time they needed. And he just had to accept that.
Does anybody know if he took any kind of vacation prior to them leaving?
There's not been much.
No? Okay.
Well,
I think I think I retweeted the new one, but it is on
No, there's
TBI
there's
Twitter as
new
well.
photos. Hold up. I've got them. They're in a parking lot. The TBI posted these. Hold on. Well, I mean, it's good to know that the kid's okay. I mean, shit. It's on the TBI's Facebook, it looks like. Anyways, here's the first one. Oh my God. Did I send it to the wrong? I did. I sent it to the wrong computer. Here we go. Okay. There's one. And they both have.
You guys,
He is tall.
you guys, when we were analyzing the picture last night, what did I say about a hiking backpack and the indentations on the seat?
You did say
You sure
that. You
did.
brought that up.
You
I
sure did.
remember.
I'm just saying, look what he's carrying on his back.
Yep.
Absolutely, you did.
I just literally, I'm covered in goosebumps right now, and I just wanted
When
to
did
say
these
that.
come out?
You're spooky.
I guess today. Here's another
It
one.
says 9:20. It came out tonight then.
Seeing his height is something else that I think about. Seeing it is just,
He's gonna stick out like a sore thumb with how tall he is.
yeah. I don't, and especially with next to the two of them,
Oh yeah.
that's just gonna make it even.
This is probably from the parking lot of that shopping center. But I said he had that giant backpack and that looked like the indentation crease on that seat. Oh my gosh. Oh, now I feel sick.
That's a big backpack.
She's it. Look at Amber. She's in cargo.
Oh my
Is
goodness.
her hair cut or no?
Might just be in a
No, I
ponytail.
think it's up under the hat.
Like,
Okay.
oh my goodness. I feel so sick.
Why, honey? You couldn't have changed anything. You just happened to notice it.
I know, but it's
I
just
mean, at least the kid's alive. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
at least they're.
But now we actually have confirmation Amber's with him, so I wonder if this will allow her Amber Alert.
I
Because
really
they're
hope so.
saying that they believe that Noah is in danger because he's believed to have guns. So will this mean that she's in danger now?
It should.
Yeah, Noah's hair does look cut.
Does it? Yeah,
There's
it looks
there's
short.
no curl. It doesn't look like there's
It
curls
does
in
look
them.
short.
Because he had very curly hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All those curly shoes are gone.
Was it bushy when he went missing?
I think
Yeah, he
so.
had these really
Yeah, the
pretty
last picture I
Yeah.
saw was full and curly.
Poor baby. I mean, at least he's with her, I guess. I mean, I'm just glad to see that he's okay right now. Like, I don't know, just makes me feel a little bit better knowing that
So are
this
they
guy
on-
wasn't like, on some weird murder spree or something.
Right.
Yeah. Do we know
Like a Lori Vallow or some shit.
Yeah.
of that
Exactly.
area that these pictures are taken in? Like, I know it says the city, but do we have a street if they're going down south, north? Like,
It looks like they're right up against some kind of. There's hills right there.
it makes me wonder how close there is some kind of a reserve or anything like that around that area, like a national park or something that they can hide out in, being on foot.
Wait, is that a restroom thing behind? That might actually be a preserve.
That looks like it's the intersection near that thing.
Well, they can't get that far if they're walking, though. That poor little boy won't be able to walk that much.
And he doesn't appear to be dressed real warm.
No,
It's not that cold in California though right now.
no, but it gets kind of cold.
Northern
It
California,
does.
right?
It gets cold at night.
I have
Out
the
in the
address of the
deserts.
shopping center. I'm trying to find it right now.
Okay.
Looks like there's quite a few. There's a lot of beaches in San Clemente. It looks like quite a few bit of. Looks like there's quite a bit of camping stuff there too.
It's so weird. People are just.
Didn't we bring that up last night about them wanting to get to the beach?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and there's lots of beaches there, tons.
Okay, the outlet mall is called the Outlets at San Clemente.
Do you want to share? Are you on your computer?
I can share screen. Yeah, I just joined on my computer.
Okay, cool.
Where's that screen? I always lose Zoom on my computer.
I do too, because it hides. The actual meeting hides. That's why I'm like, I
Yeah,
can
I
never
figured-
see you guys because I can't.
Okay, so if we go to the Googles. Right here. How do I go to Google Maps, Jay?
Just what do you mean? How do you are on
You're
Google
asking Jay.
Maps?
No, when we actually do like the 3D view.
Oh, down on the bottom you hit the satellite button.
Really, Digger?
Ah!
I want to smack you right now.
It's Jay Hughes at your service.
Mm-hmm. So they were parked right near the Blaze Pizza. Wherever the Blaze Pizza is.
The weather's getting down to 52, 54 at night. The highs are about 78. there right now. Tonight it's going to be getting down to 52 degrees.
It's chilly. I'm
Yeah.
sure they gotta have
It
jackets
is
and
chilly.
shit in that camping gear.
Yeah.
It's weird.
But they believe that they came off the 5.
All the way to California.
Mm-hmm. And the Amber Alert wasn't issued until after the car was already abandoned. And the person that actually tried to call in this tip was dismissed by TBI.
You're kidding.
Nope. They called him out on Twitter. She said, I called this in 2 days ago, letting you know that it was in my impound lot.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Yeah, nobody said yikes, but we all said
Yeah,
yikes.
we really did say yikes that time. That's not good.
No, especially when family's been like, hello. So
That's
this
really
is the outlet
sad.
mall.
That's really sad.
I
But if
read
we-
that they're making it scared for the family to come forward about these tips.
Mm-hmm. The family did
Yeah.
not even want to come forward because they're getting the runaround.
That's why families come to YouTubers and then, we get bashed for them talking to us, but it's like we have like an open forum where the mainstream media may not want your story.
Well, and all the minutia they have to get to go through to get to talk to somebody.
Right.
With a YouTuber, they can talk to you. I mean,
It's more
I'm
readily
just
this was
available.
called in by this woman and nobody paid attention.
I'm going to stop this for 1 second and then I'm going to show you that picture. Last night when we were going through our pictures, we like analyzed these things so hard. It was bad. Oh my goodness. It's hiding from me again. There it is. So
I know we were sending pictures after pictures, zoomed in, zoomed out.
So last
We had
night,
so many.
I was like, wait a minute, there's a crease in this seat. And everybody's like, no, it's the stitching. And I was like, no, seriously, there's a crease. He had something heavy sitting right here on the seat because right here, there's a crease in the seat above the stitching.
Oh my God, Digger.
And the way he's got it so well, I'm me. So I had to, see it. And there's an indentation. He has a pack and play in the back seat. He has a 22-piece camping dining set. He has powdered milk and all these MREs. He wasn't planning on giving up his vehicle, but he had a plan. There's no tent back there. There's none. We were analyzing this, trying to figure out what this was. So we were looking at these images back, forth, sideways, upside down. This is how we spent our whole night last night doing research.
Could he have put a compact tent in one of his
That's
backpacks?
that's what I was saying is I think that he's got a tent in that big hiking bag, but that's the pack and play.
I still swear I see her face in that picture.
And the other one, this is an AT&T prepaid phone. This is the 22-piece Ozark Trail dining set. And then obviously great value powdered milk. And then this seems to be maybe a tarp and some steaks for a tent.
They were stocked up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were.
He had a plan where he was going.
He
wasn't driving the aimlessly. He knew exactly where he was going.
And then we were analyzing this picture here and the newest one, which I don't have open. But when we zoom in, you can even see where the seatbelt is on the passenger seat.
Yeah.
And it looks to be a hand pointing through. Let me open that one. Let me pause my share for a second.
Oh, Lord.
That's the one I think you can see her face.
Dig's gonna dig.
Whose face?
It looks like you can see Amber in the passenger seat. Because at this point, we had no confirmation that she was legitimately there. So let me resume a share. Let it catch up. There we go. So when we zoom in right here, you can see a hand that appears to be pointing at something right here. You can see what we think is the seat belt attached to the seat, but we can't confirm that on the Subaru just yet. And she thinks she sees her face. My fiance looked at it and said he sees what appears to be a face right here, where you see like a nose and a mouth, but it's obviously not facing the right direction unless she was like turned sideways and leaning down. So he's like, I don't think that would work out. But if you look right here in the mirror, I noticed this when I was looking at it this morning, you can see somebody looking back in the mirror.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, she's facing
That looks
forward
like
in
a
that mirror
grown
shot.
adult, though.
I mean, she's 16.
Yeah, she's 16. She looks like a woman.
This definitely looks like a female's
Oh, I
face looking
see
in
it.
Yeah,
Creepy.
and she's facing forwards.
So let me like zoom in. It's not
That's
obviously
her
gonna be.
nose right there.
We did not see that last night. I noticed it this morning when I was getting ready to leave for my appointment. And I was like, dude, how did we all not see that last
I know.
night?
Who
and
took
we were
this
looking
picture,
and
though?
looking and looking.
This is a highway camera.
Oh, okay.
This is the highway camera. I obviously bumped up the lighting. So the unedited one, if I go in to my folder, looks like this. It's dark. If it'll catch up. It's taking a minute. Whoa. Did it freeze? What happened? I think it froze.
I think you froze, Dig.
You're frozen?
Yeah, because there we go.
Oh, there we go.
I don't know why it zoomed in because I didn't zoom in.
I don't I don't know.
Coming possessed.
Is it okay
Jay,
now?
did you do something?
I had full screen. Maybe that's why it got big. But now I'm normal. Is it okay now?
No, it's off center, so they can't.
It's off center. How about now?
I'm so
Oh, it's
confused.
fine.
What are you
It
talking
looks
about?
fine to me.
I'm
It's
gonna
fine, Dig.
screenshot what it shows me
It looks fine.
because I have to go based on my phone when I show you guys my computer.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it fine, Dick.
Okay, because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, we can see it fine.
But that's what the original looks like. So it's way different once you edit out the tones.
But if you weren't to lighten it up, we would have never seen that face if you hadn't.
No,
Yeah, no
because
way.
see, there's the face. If we zoom in on that mirror, you can't see it. I mean, you can
Right.
barely see it right here, but
Yeah, but that's only because we're aware of it.
yeah. So I would hope that TBI would be smart enough to know.
We need to charge TBI for our services, ladies.
But it doesn't appear that she's wearing a seatbelt, if that's where the seatbelt is from the seat.
I don't think that's the seatbelt. It's too far back, I think. I mean, her legs can't be that long.
Well, if you have the seat pushed back, because if you remember in this picture of the seat is way back, and we can see that
It
the
is pushed
headrest
way
has been
back.
removed.
Is it pushed back or is it leaning back?
Is
You know
it
how you
late
can make
reclining
I think
back?
it's laid back is what I think it
No,
is.
that's pushed all the way back like his chair. She's 5'7", so she's pretty tall for a young lady.
Yeah.
But his seat is pushed all the way back, and so is hers. They're
For
parallel.
me, so yeah.
I mean, I'm 5'2", so 5'7" to me is tall.
I'm 5'5".
I'm 5'2" with shoes on, if we're being honest. So,
Hey, I'll be right back. Okay.
okay. So I think that could very well be the seatbelt right there.
See, I think it's too
Did
far
you?
back, Dick. It's in the middle of the back window. I don't think that could be the seat. I think
Well,
unless it's
if
reclined, if she's
it
got
would
it
be right
reclined, maybe it
here
could be.
based on the angle.
Right. But look how much
So
further back that is if that's the actual seatbelt. That can't be the seatbelt.
Diggs, go
if
back
you
to the
look,
other picture. There we
this
go.
is where the door would be, right here.
Look at all
Right. But
those
if you go back
MREs.
to where,
Holy crap.
but go back to where that the center of that child's seat, or right
Can we see what kind of
before it is
seatbelt
where
it
that.
is?
It could be the seatbelt if she's got the seat reclined. You know how some seats can kick back and recline. It could be
There's
that
no
if
way
she's got
that
it
there's
reclined.
room for it
I'll
to
have to sit in
recline with the car seat there. That's as far back as it's going.
Wait, what you just circled up there? They took the
That-
headrest out.
Yeah, we noticed that last night. I don't know why the headrest is gone. I mean, it's a weird thing to notice, but I don't know why the headrest would be gone.
Are we sure it's not just raised up super high?
Yeah, if you zoom in really close, you can actually see
It's
the
gone.
full. There's nothing in the hole.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
I overanalyze every little thing, so I was like, yeah, there's not even a pole there. And
I'm
like
such
this
a
right
dork.
here is a water bottle.
The whole time you guys were talking, I'm talking with you and wondering why I'm not getting a reply. I was on mute the whole time.
We did that last night quite a few times.
Like I couldn't believe I did that.
Guilty.
So
That happens a lot to me.
this, if you look at the hand, I'm assuming that I don't want to say it's Jacob's hand, but it's somebody's left hand because it's a thumb and a pointer finger. I mean, we assume it's a hand. It looks like a hand.
And it looks
Yeah.
tiny too. Like not an adult hand.
It looks smaller.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's reaching for something on the floorboard in front of her.
Well, that's up on the dashboard here. And it just doesn't make sense for that to be her hand if she's looking the way she's looking, that the mirror caught it.
Yeah.
Could she be trying to reach behind her on the bottom of the floor?
That's the dashboard.
No, I'm talking about behind her because she would lean forward and she's trying to tuck her hand behind her between the seat and the door to reach the floor.
Well, that'd be towards the middle of the dash. You got to remember,
Yeah,
this
she's
is
facing
from
forward
a
in that
very
mirror.
severe right angle behind. So these are posted on the back of highway signs, like where the overpass signs.
Right.
So it's a high right angle.
Thank you so much.
That's catching license plates. So the angle makes it very hard, because if we took this and let's go. I don't want to rotate. Let's see.
Yeah, you rotate it.
This would be really how the car would be from the side. So see, that's towards the middle.
I get what you're saying.
I
So it
wonder
almost
if
looks
that
like
is.
it would be his hand, like kind of, when you like lean over and you're like, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought last night.
Like
He was pointing at something.
Out
Mhm.
of her side, but towards the front.
Yeah, that's what I thought
I get
last
what
night
you're
when we were going it.
And now when you look at the thing, if you look, it looks like that's the back of the seat. Now that I got it twisted.
Now that when you rotate it, that could definitely
Can
be
you
a
zoom
seatbelt.
in? Zoom in on that, Dig?
Hold on. I'm trying to zoom in and
Why didn't you do this last night?
because when you do this, sometimes you can't undo it and it ruins your
Oh.
edit. So I get really nervous doing this type of edit. because
You
this
just made it one of
manipulates.
those European small cars in this
Yeah,
picture.
because what it does is it like morphs it on a weird scale. So sometimes the system is like, oh wait, I can't undo that now. But see that now that looks like the full back of the seat. Let me get my little pencil. Because that looks to be the back of the seat here.
Scotty says that he thinks that's the reflection of the clouds, not a hand.
Reflection of the what?
Clouds.
Oh, clouds.
I think it's too low. I think it's
Mm.
too. I don't think it's a reflection. See how
This
it
here is
stands out
reflection.
amongst them.
That
I
is
don't.
100% reflection where the glare is.
Right.
When you go in and you go to your colors and you go and you take away your brightness. All of that contrast. There we go. Like that.
Because what we see as a hand, that's inside the car. That is
Yeah,
not a
that's
reflection.
inside.
That's inside
So
the
let
car.
me-
It's not a reflection of anything.
If you go in and zoom, 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 that's inside the car. That's why it's also showing like that,
Yeah.
where it's in the glare and outside of the glare.
Right.
Scotty Skulls is here.
Hi, Scotty. Can't see anybody because I'm doing this on my phone and my computer. But if you notice in this picture, I am not seeing to the dry milk right here.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder if he had it packed all differently and they dug through what they wanted.
That
What
or they
day was
ran to
this, Dibs?
Walmart right before.
This is the Arizona picture that was on the 7th. So this was,
Oh, the 7th.
this is the day that we noticed that he had gone through and gotten rid of all of the stickers, but obviously did not have a way to get rid of all the residue.
Yeah.
My child was wanting a fruit roll up. Sorry, guys. He took a
Did
very
he
late
have a
nap.
personalized plate? Looks like it. 42
I
by
want a
10.
fruit roll.
This is, I guess, a standard Tennessee type plate. But it, I don't know. The uncles
That
I
looks like
thought
it's
said that this was
customized.
from the previous owner.
Scott's talking about the landscape. Zoom back out.
Highway, line, line, line. This is the original.
But
So I
whatever
don't know
we're
what he's
saying
talking
is
about.
inside the car. It's not what we think is a hand is inside. It's
This
not
is
a
inside,
skyline.
which is why you
Yeah.
see it in both the glare and the non-glared portion of the window. This is where the
Mm-hmm.
glare from,
Yeah, because I see the skyline that he's talking about, but the
Yep.
hand that we're talking about is on the inside of the car, and you can tell it.
yeah, just like this is on the inside right here. It looks like it's the same color as the clouds that are right here, because like this is definitely a cloud.
Right.
This is a cloud.
But that
This
is not.
a
That is not.
cloud.
That is inside.
This is inside. This definitely
Correct.
looks like a hand. It looks like a thumb that's pointed under, like curled under, and it looks like a finger pointing with, you can see the knuckles and everything. This right here is something silver or white, like maybe even an air freshener on a vent. This is a reflection of the mirror right here. This is a reflection of her face in the mirror. Undo all my drawings.
You're good, Diggs. I couldn't. There's no way I could do that with a photo.
Mateo said that that was a military plate. Can you zoom back on that?
That's
Because I don't think it
volunteer.
is.
It says volunteer state or whatever, something state, Tennessee. What's Tennessee's state thing known for?
The volunteer state.
Okay, there you go. That's what it says. I'm like, wait, what does that say? So this looks like the
I mean,
Air Force logo.
Yeah, maybe a vet plate, but it's
It's not
definitely
his
not.
plate, though. According to the uncles, these were the plates that were on the car when he got it. So in some states, you can reuse the tag from the previous owner because the tag is to the car and then you just register it to you. Versus like my state, the tag is to the owner and then it can go from car to car.
Yeah, but if it's a vet plate, you're not going to be able to put a vet plate on a car that is not owned or registered by a veteran.
So in Virginia's DMV system, the plate has like stickers or emblems or whatever, but you don't actually have to provide any proof that you deserve that to be on your car. So like
Seriously?
my little brother is a military dependent. He has a Coast Guard emblem on his plate, but he's never served. My father's a Coast Guard. Well, was.
Oh,
But
no.
And they have hundreds to choose from in the DMV system.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
Like I have to prove
Yeah,
to provide them with my DD 214.
That's
get a
if it's a
vet plate.
true
Of
veteran
course.
plate where you actually get the veteran status, but they do allow you to get like, you can get ones that have like the flower, you can get ones that have like the heart for the Virginia for Lovers. So certain plates in certain states have like the emblem to honor them versus being a veteran. My lovely podunk state doesn't even allow for very much customization, so we don't get those.
Tennessee, you have to get a new license plate every 8 years. So I don't know when you bought that car.
Well, and this tag says 22. It says March of 22 on the sticker tabs.
I thought so too, Mateo. That's why I didn't understand.
I can't read chat, so don't. I need you to tell me. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
I'm gonna stop sharing now,
Okay.
unless you want to see some. Oh, Jay, did you see her face? Right
I
here?
did. Yeah, freaky.
Okay. Just making sure you didn't miss that part.
Thank you, Digga.
Now I can go back to seeing chat because I was lost.
I know. I have so much stuff open right now. Well, oh, here we are. There's Scott Skulls.
I heard he was in chat. I said hi to him, but I couldn't read it.
Frankie, we appreciate you spending more time with us than you do your family.
I almost choked when I read that. Frankie says, I spend more time with you than I do my own family, so welcome to my family, hot fly high.
I think that my fiance is starting to question who I'm engaged to at this point.
Well, we've been watching the trial, too, during the day on Twitch. So, like, there's been a lot of people, like, a few people that are there all the time.
Yeah, my husband questioned it.
It's pretty bad when people around me know who Jay is by her voice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Because
God.
I watch her all the time.
That's so funny.
They're like, oh, what's Jay have to say?
That's my kids when I come home they get home from school. Oh, are you listening to Jay, Mom?
Oh my God. It's all because I blame the laundries.
It's that
Yeah,
laundry effect, isn't that it?
I thought that was on the list of things we
There
were supposed
was.
to stay for at least 6 months.
Do what?
Oops.
To do what for 6 months?
Laundries, bunker, hand,
Hey guys,
reserve.
have you ever
Hogwash.
you know how I've been wanting to do the spirit box?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think we should do a members only spirit box session.
Ooh.
I have all the apps, even the ones that you pay for. I'm that weirdo.
Oh, you are? I love that you're that weirdo.
I am. I'm that weirdo with the crystals and
Can
everything.
can we be weirdos together?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to be in on that weirdo-ness. I don't know how much I want to participate in that.
Well,
Good
Me too.
vibes and
I will watch.
energy.
can you guys
will
come up
watch.
here for like the energy that we need, like the positive energy, and just be present with your energy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
As long as I don't have to ask anything.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm even that person that
Yep.
sages my house.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that.
Mama
Hummingbird
had a
says
candle.
she's out. She don't like that shit.
I will give you my presence and my energy, but I'm not going to ask anything or get into that.
Yeah, I'll give you my presents, but I'm not asking
I
anything.
did this before. I did this back in the Watts case. And let me tell you,
I remember.
do you remember how weird it was? Do you
I love doing
Hold
this kind
on.
of
It
stuff.
was so fun.
Cheryl, do you remember what the
I think
damn
that's
thing
why
said?
It's weirded me out.
Yes. Do you remember what it said?
Yes.
Daddy, no.
Daddy,
Yes.
daddy, no.
Daddy. Don't,
And that
yeah,
was
Daddy, no.
well
I was gonna say Daddy,
before,
don't, but it was no.
well before
ever said
Chris
it.
even said
Yes.
it. Chris said that in
It was. And
Wisconsin.
I think that's why I'm so freaked out by it.
It was weird. It was weird.
It freaked me out so badly.
Daddy, no. And I remember exactly
No.
where I was sitting when I was talking to you guys doing it. Or were we live?
Yep.
I was in my garage and I remember
were
where I
live.
was. And I remember
were live.
getting like, I felt like something was hovering on my back. And I was like,
Ew.
I'm out. I was done. I never did it
That's-
again.
Yep.
That's
And that's the
creepy
reason
as
I
hell.
think that's why I don't want to do it, is because it freaked me out so badly. It's like, I
I've
don't
had
wanna-
enough
no
time to
more.
like
I'm-
cool
I'm-
out.
I'm done.
My sister-in-law has one because she actually does see dead people.
Who said that?
She does dead people.
Janice.
Oh my God. Cause she actually does see dead people. She said,
Yes, she does.
Oh,
She
God.
saw my
well,
mom
what
for
this,
years.
oh, really?
She said she'd smell cigarette smoke and then my mom would come, like she would see her.
I believe that stuff.
And-
I believe that. I know a lot of people
and,
smell
I
perfume
do
or
believe that.
cologne. Yeah.
Yeah. And
I
so she,
could smell
whenever she would smell cigarette smoke, she knew my mom was there. And she could hear her saying stuff like she could see her like we were all over at her daughter's house one night and my niece had her baby. My mom went over and kissed the baby on the head, she said.
Wow.
And then they had made she used to take pork cutlets and like pound them out, make pork cutlets like and fry them. So that's what they were having for dinner. And Justin, my nephew, said something about, oh, these are so good. And she made the comment that, well, they're not better than mine. That was my mom.
That's really
So,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
she
you
has
got
not
some
seen my
like
mom.
confirmation, that your mom's around. That's pretty cool.
Well, she's not anymore. I think after my dad passed away, I think they both left. So,
Oh, they went off together. She was hanging around.
I think so. I think she
Aw.
was hanging around for my dad.
Aw.
They said they had enough of y'all.
So, but
That's so sweet.
yeah, but she actually can. She went to the Alamo and she could actually see the coffins that are buried like straight up. And she freaked out and said, I have to get out of here. So she has a spirit box. And we tried to do it like, because my brother died, it'll be 2 years in March, in my bedroom.
Oh my
and in my bed.
gosh.
And I was on a cruise and I got a phone call
Sorry, sweetie.
that said
Oh,
he had
sorry.
died. And so when we were done, we were getting off the ship the next day. So when I got home, I couldn't go in my room for like a week. Seriously, freaked me out. My husband just goes to bed, no problem. I'm just like, I can't do it. So I slept on the couch downstairs. I couldn't do it.
Oh wow. That
And,
would be a little unnerving. I could get
It
that.
was like really bad. I mean, they flipped the mattress and they washed out everything. I said, just throw it away. I'm not gonna use it again.
Yeah.
And it was just, I mean,
That would have been me. Throw it away.
well, it's my brother, so it's not like it's an evil
That should
spirit or
be
anything
other
like that.
people too.
But it's just freaked.
Yes, but it's still, I don't
Yeah.
want that.
It freaked me out, and so I finally got a new mattress. I finally told my husband I can't do it no more. So we went and got a sleep, not a one of the beds that they raise or whatever.
Yeah.
But so I gave my mattress to my niece because at mattress there was nothing wrong with it.
So
I
you
just got it.
upgraded your mattress?
Yes, I did.
Nice. Well, good for you. Good for
Yeah,
you.
but I mean, I slept in it for
Yeah.
almost a year and
Wow.
something. But
How did it bother you like all the time or?
yeah, it really did
Yeah. Like
because
it was always in
yeah.
the back of your mind, like what happened.
Oh yeah, and of course he had to like do it on my side of the bed. So I'm just like, oh shit.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
they
Oh,
were.
I'm so sorry.
I thought they were gonna sleep in the guest room, but that was my dad's room. My dad lived with me before he died, and so he didn't want to sleep in there because it was my dad's room. So he slept in my room, which was fine because Vinny's cousin watched the dog for me, so he was in my room. He slept in my room anyway, so I didn't think nothing of it. That they slept in there. But my brother said I didn't want to have to tell you this, but just like, oh shit.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
God
that
So,
would
love
be
you.
yeah.
difficult.
So it was, it was bad because he'd been having some health issues, and like he died right before the COVID thing hit. Because I'm so thankful that they didn't list it as a COVID death because she would have lost all his military stuff. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, so they said it was complications due to diabetes. So and so she gets his military stuff. So
If
which was
he'd
really
have died
good.
with COVID, they would not have given her his military benefits.
Nope.
Wow.
But diabetes.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
been
he
a
was
big thing right
he was
now
he was
within the
also
military
like
community.
well after he died, he was in the military. He was in the Air Force for 26 years. He retired, and then he also got disability from that, I guess, or something. I don't know enough about it to talk about it, but it was something like that. And because of his diabetes, I don't know. But she wouldn't have got it if they would have listed it as COVID. So
That's
I'm just
terrible.
glad that they did.
Yeah.
I know. But she comes over every Sunday, every weekend she's here. And she doesn't come up here much, but we were gonna wrap some Christmas gifts last year and she couldn't do it. She started crying. I felt bad.
Aw.
But we tried to do the spirit box up here, but I think it was just too many people in the house and stuff. It just didn't work right. But yeah, I was totally freaking out though when I got that phone call because I would have never expected it was my brother. If anything, if they would have said it was my sister, I would have said, well, I get it because she has a lot of health issues, but never would have thought it would have been my brother.
Yeah, how shocking.
Yeah. And so
I'm so sorry, honey.
oh, thank you. But it's just hard, like I said. But yeah, it bothered me. It still bothers me because I'm in my room,
Well, right.
But I had to tell you this though. I was getting ready. I don't know where I was going. My brother had left for work. He said, I'm leaving. I said, all right, bye, see you later. I come out of my bedroom and my stupid Alexa is playing music, and I didn't tell her to play any music.
Yikes.
And it freaked me out. I said, Jeffrey, damn it. I don't like this music. You'd have him playing Bon Jovi, it'd be okay.
Was it something your brother would have listened to?
I don't know. It's more like, well, he probably thought I listened to it because it was more like classic rock or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I mean, it was like I was just. Like,
I think
oh,
it's
shit.
I think that's kind of cool though. I think that if we pay attention, I think we could get signs,
Well, they tell you that.
I think we do all the time.
Mhm.
I think we do all the time. After my father passed away, there are so many things that he did come and he did visit me, and
I think
Y'all
that
know I'm not a
there's
big-
more people that are
I
open
believe
to
it.
that and more like sensitive to that
Well,
energy that they
that's-
can, pick up on those scents like you talked about.
Well,
I
they-
just feel when I have a presence around me.
So I went and saw
Weird
Teresa
things.
Caputo a couple weeks ago.
The
Oh, really?
really?
No
Yeah,
way.
What's that?
Do
No,
tell.
you didn't.
Do tell.
For real. How are you just coming on here and just saying?
I know.
Like,
How did we not know this?
Excuse
I
me?
don't. Anyway, so
You
I've
didn't
seen her.
share?
I have seen her like 4 times. Okay, she's never reads me or nothing, but what's interesting with her is that the people that she does read, I mean, I'm always bawling my eyes out when I'm listening to these people because they need it so badly. And like with me, I'm pretty well adjusted with my, you know what I mean? But these people really need it. Like this one lady was just terrible. She didn't want to live anymore. And her son is telling her, Teresa, you can't leave here, leave my mom like this. You know, you can't. And so, you know, Teresa is trying to tell her, look, your son does not need you on the other side. He needs you to stay here and that, you know, he's okay. And it was just like, I was heartbreaking to watch her because she didn't want to get up and she didn't want to talk to her. But to watch her work in that room, it was just amazing. I mean, she's really good every time I've ever seen her. She's been awesome.
I went and saw John Edward one time.
I love John Edward.
Yeah,
too.
he was real good too. And it's
Yeah,
what I found about that was it's very healing for people.
it is.
It's more like, I mean, they're kind of bringing them some closure. It's kind of a neat thing to watch.
And Teresa will always say that I'm going to give you the message you need to hear, not necessarily the one you want to hear. So the last time I saw her was a couple years ago when she was here, or maybe it was a year ago. I'm not sure. There was a guy up in Denver. Well, I don't know. He must have been from here, but he always went to the Rockies games. And I remember reading about it in the paper. And this guy, he would like slide down the banister like every single time. And this one time he slid down the banister and fell off and had a head injury and he died. And his mother was there. And it was so sad. I mean, she spent a lot of time with that lady. And I was like, I remember reading about that. And so it's pretty interesting. But yeah, I definitely believe in that. I mean, like my grandmother came to me one night and I was dreaming and I always felt bad because I wasn't there when she died. And she was telling me it was okay that I wasn't there, that she was okay.
Oh, wow.
And the thing was, it was like just her head, and then my grandfather's next to her, and like you could just see this light, and all these people were behind her, like, you know. And I'm just like, damn. I woke up and it was like, it bothered me for a while, but then they always tell you that if you dream about it, it's not like a dream. And when my mom passed away in 2009, 3 months later, my best friend and my husband's cousin, so she was like family, passed away. And I was really mad at her, and I'm still mad at her for passing away. Anyway, so Eileen was in my dream one night, and her son at the time was only 13 when she passed away. And all he kept telling her was, come home with me, Mom. And she kept saying, I can't, I'm dead. And I'm just like, that bothers me because it wasn't a good dream. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, I hated that. And there was more than one time that I dreamt that. And I was just like, I hate that. But I'm just mad at her because she died still to this day.
Yeah, you don't, you're like not accepting
I
it
mean,
yet.
it really makes me mad because I feel like she should have went to the damn hospital the night before she died.
Yeah.
And maybe she wouldn't have died, you know. I'm just like, I'm really angry with her.
That's
And
normal, I think, too, to have those
well,
feelings.
yeah, but this has been 13 years now, or 12 or something like that. She died like 3 months after my mom. It was a crappy year that year.
That does suck.
So yeah.
Death is so hard, you know. It really is.
Yeah, but when you watch your parents like go downhill, like what I did with my dad, it was terrible. And his happened in like weeks, just weeks. But he was here living with me, and it was like I couldn't leave him alone anymore because he would shut his oxygen off, and then he would freak out. So I was getting ready to go just take FMLA and stay home with him. But then he went to the hospital and he had pneumonia. And they said if he ever got pneumonia, he'd be done. And he was. And that was it. You know,
that's what happened to my grandmother too, was
it's
pneumonia.
so hard.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's so difficult. It's so difficult. And, you know, but I think that we have to realize that when there are people that come into our lives and we love them and we care about them, and that's why they're in our lives and that's why they enrich our lives. When they leave, they don't really leave.
No,
because all those things that they enriched in you are still with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe they're really with you. And I think that if you, like we said, Jay, if you're just a little bit more, if you are a little bit more sensitive, that you know they.
Well, that's what.
And
Teresa says the same thing. She said they always give you signs.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to know what they are.
Yep.
And what to look
I
for.
think one of my mom's signs, she was okay. So she absolutely loved Abraham Lincoln. Like she had like, I have it in my house. One of them is like a statue of this, like his head. you know, like one
Yeah.
of those old, like, I don't know what you call it, but anyway, she loved Abraham Lincoln.
A bust.
A
Yes.
bust. Yeah.
Yeah, a bust. And she anyways, because pennies with Abe Lincoln, I made her this thing for Mother's Day once, and it was like a silhouette. I bought it on Amazon. It was like a poster, and you got all these four different like shades of pennies. You had to separate them, and then
Oh yeah, yeah.
you made it, and it was Abraham Lincoln. So when you looked at it from a distance, the pennies made out Abe's face and everything. It was pretty cool. So,
Oh, that was cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
so I made that for her for Mother's Day, and she just loved it. It was hanging in the living room or whatever. So, anyways, long story short, since she's passed, me and my kids, we find face up pennies all
Oh,
over
yeah.
the place.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you know what I've started doing? I find so many of them, I stick them in my pocket like that day because I'll find them randomly during the day.
Yeah.
I'll just look down and I'll be like, "Where the fuck did that come from?" I'll go, "Hi, Mom," and I stick it in my pocket. And I
Just for
have,
saying hi.
yeah, and I have a
Just
little
for saying
mug,
hi.
and like I keep all of them in the little mug, so I'm like keeping them all separate
Oh.
that I find. But I'll find them in
Well,
the weirdest spots too.
Yeah, exactly. But like my I don't remember what I was gonna say now.
Mine is
Oh
red
well.
cardinal.
We don't
Always
have
get a red
cardinals
cardinal
here.
that visit.
Yeah, cardinals and
You know,
monarch butterflies.
yeah, butterflies. I see a lot of butterflies. But yeah, so I don't know, with my dad I never really got any. That's the one I wanted to always like have him, because I worry about my dad being okay, but I think he's okay. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know that he wasn't ready to die, but
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But he's with your mom, so you have to have
yes.
like solace in that. Because I definitely have solace in the fact that my parents
Yeah.
are
But they're
together
together.
for sure.
Yeah.
And they're finally with their home with the people that they love so dearly.
Their
Love them
parents,
so.
you know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly. Their parents, their
they
brothers,
get
their sisters.
yeah. Look
their
at it
aunts and
that way.
uncles.
Like I know we miss our parents, like, but think about them.
Yeah.
They've lived without theirs,
Yeah.
and now they get to be
Yeah.
reunited, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. They're finally home.
Well, this is a funny. Well, it's not funny, but I would never have told my dad that his brother died on Saturday. My dad died on Tuesday.
Oh wow.
So they're just days apart. And I told him about my uncle because I felt I had to, because I didn't have a clue that my dad was, going to die on Tuesday. And so I had to tell him, and it was so sad watching him.
Mm.
And we noticed in his phone after he died, he called my uncle, like, I don't know how many.
That's
And it's just like he didn't
heartbreaking.
believe it. Yeah, it was really heartbreaking. But I said, well, Dad, you're with him now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's
You've got to
whatever.
look at it that
But
way, Find the
person
silver
I felt,
lining.
yeah, the person I felt bad about was my other uncle. He was going to Iowa for my uncle Larry's funeral, the one that had died on Saturday, and I had to call him that morning that he was leaving, and I asked Benny to do it for me because I couldn't do it, and tell him that my dad had died, and I felt so bad for him because we lost two siblings in a matter of 3 days.
Oh God, yeah, I would.
So yeah.
Oh Lord.
That would have been a tough call to make. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just didn't want to tell him. I had to tell him, but I didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I just told my dad, well, Dad, I was talking to him in the hospital, and I said, you just didn't want to come to the party, because he would have been 80 in September 27th, I think was his birthday. So we were going to have a big party for him. I said, you just didn't want to come to my party. That's it. I'm done. I'm mad at you now. But yeah, so we took his Korean War veteran hat, and then he put it on him when he was in the hospital because he always wore that hat.
Aw.
And so yeah, it was just sad. But they're up. My mom and dad are downstairs in my house, and I'm just like, nobody wants them but me. And I'm like, somebody's gonna have to take them sooner or later. But yeah, so
well. But just know that they're always with you. When my father passed away, I was only 30. My father was 64 when he passed away.
Oh yeah, that's young.
A year older than I am now. So
yeah.
it's it's kind of freaks me out actually when I think about it.
Yeah, that sucks.
But we were very close, and I knew he came to me. He had given me a ring,
And after he passed away, I'd lost a lot of weight because I was mourning pretty badly, and I'd gone to the grocery store, and I was putting away the groceries, and I noticed my ring was gone,
Uh-oh.
and I looked and I looked and I looked all over the house, and I looked everywhere. And my husband and I mean, we moved the refrigerator, we moved everything because it was in the kitchen. But I noticed it, and I even went back to the store, just nowhere. And I was just so distraught. And I mean, we literally looked everywhere. And that night I went to bed and I cried myself to sleep. And I got up the next morning, and my ring was sitting on the floor in the absolute center of the kitchen, all by
Oh
itself,
my God.
with
Wow.
nothing else around it.
Weird.
And nobody
Dang.
got up that night, nothing. So I know that it was him,
Yeah.
and he delivered it back to me. And nobody can make me ever believe anything
You know,
different.
my dad had a similar story. He had one of my mom's necklaces. He had it made into a bracelet after she passed away, like a gold bracelet.
Uh-huh.
And he insisted on getting these damn magnetic closures because that's the only way he could, take it on and off by himself. And we all told
Right.
him it was a bad idea because it wasn't as secure. Well, he insisted on the magnetic and he lost it. So
Oh no.
he was heartbroken. I mean, he lost it shortly after he got it. And my sister had it made for him like shortly after my mom passed. So everything was really fresh. He was absolutely devastated.
Oh,
He was
don't love
looking
him.
up and down and everywhere. Well, he gets a call. It must have been, like a month later. He gets a call, and this lady, because it had my mom's initials on it, and
Oh
all of
wow.
our kids, it was a charm that had they had 6 kids, and all of our initials were on it, and like first, middle, last. And then my
Uh-huh.
mom's initials or whatever. I think it was all initials. But anyways, this lady found it at the damn senior center.
Oh no.
And she looked up all these I can't remember how she found him, but it was off the initials or something. And she
Uh-huh.
located him from the necklace, the whatever, my mom's name or whatever on the necklace, called him, finally found him and called him. And
Oh
he
my
got it
goodness.
back and he couldn't believe it. He said, "Your mother
Oh
did
wow.
that. Your mother did that." He
I'm sure
swore.
she
Yeah.
did.
He said she was probably so damn mad at me because I lost it. But yeah, I mean, those are cool stories, you know.
They are.
Well,
They are.
for me, I don't go to organized religion, whatever. I have my own personal relationship with God, or whatever. So when I lost my last child to crib death, and I just like I couldn't sleep, couldn't do anything. And about the third day after she passed away, peace just came over me. And I knew my daughter was okay. I wasn't okay, but she was okay. And it's like from then on, I said, nobody will ever tell me there's not a God, because I know He did that for me. And I can't explain it to anybody. And it's not like I had a conversation with
But
Him, but
gave you that peace.
yes, my whole body just like, I know that she's okay.
Wow.
And I've had that ever since then. I go, nobody will ever tell me. It doesn't mean that, I've had to go to I think organized religion is kind of like a ripoff personally, because, well, just like what we were talking about earlier. So I just don't, but I have my own relationship, and I truly believe, but
I
it was
don't
just
think you have to
this
be
is
a part
something,
of organized
yeah,
religion.
for me, it was just, I can't even describe it to people,
I think that's
but I
awesome you
knew,
had that experience.
yeah, well, it's what I
I
do,
hope that, I hope that others that have lost children can also have that experience.
yeah, you just,
Amen.
you're still not okay, but
I mean, let me tell you,
yeah.
not to change the subject, but I watched the ass end of the interview with JB and the Petitos yesterday,
Uh-huh.
and her mother looks broken, man. It was sad.
Yeah,
He does. And I don't know how they're holding it together. And they are the strongest people. I could not be as kind and nice and loving as they are.
I think you could.
I would have so much rage.
Yeah, you could too. You just, like, for me, I think it's what I needed at that time. because she was an infant. She was just a baby, And then you're like asking yourself, well, why? Why did this happen? There's no reason why she should have died because they can't find anything wrong with her. But it's just, it's heartbreaking.
It is. It is.
I can't imagine losing a child that you've had for 23 years. I had my daughter for 2 months.
Yeah.
And I was wrecked.
Oh, she looks like she just can't sleep, can't eat. Just, I mean, I just can't imagine the sorrow that she
mad.
feels.
She's probably mad. She's probably angry.
She's probably got so many emotions going on at once. It's like overwhelming.
I'm sure. I would be so mad because that asshole killed himself.
Yeah.
Although this is what I was going to tell you. I want Digger to look at that woman in the black in that dress. Because I think that might be Barbara Bryan.
Wait, what? What dress?
That might be who? The black dress veil person.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Because she walked.
You think it's who?
Like Roberta.
Roberta?
I said,
That was Roberta.
Nobody really
think
thinks
Roberta.
that that's Roberta in
I
the
think it
black
was Roberta.
dress.
Oh,
I don't
that
think so,
black dress. I
because
thought
that
you were.
blue
I thought you were
dress-
talking about the damn person out with Candace and McDonough.
No.
The neighbor that had the camera in her yard is the one that was posting all those TikToks. She's the one that said it was Roberta in the dress.
I
Roberta?
don't think it was because she had different hair.
Roberta.
That did not
had
look like
different hair.
Roberta.
No.
I've
But
never
she-
seen
she
Roberta
was
have
like
such pep in her step either.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Somebody needs to look at that, Digger. Look at that picture. Like
I looked at that
Florida.
picture.
I think
and
it's Brian Laundrie.
I do too.
Y'all,
Just like it was.
Oh.
Listen, just like it was freaking.
I'm gonna go get my Capri Sun, Sarah, and I'm gonna get
It was
back to my
Brian
phone.
Laundrie when it was really Roberta, and you think it's Roberta and it's really Brian Laundrie.
I think
They're
so.
one of the same.
You guys don't you believe me, but I'll bet you
They
it
look
was.
so much alike. I mean, even the TBI. I mean, even the law FBI can't tell the difference.
Even
between them.
DBI.
Well, TBI. That was like a
I know,
Freudian
that
slip.
TBI on the brain.
I mean, at this point, TBI is getting the same reputation as North.
Right. So let's swing back around to what we started with.
Yes.
So did we like come to the conclusion that this was some kind of a freaking setup?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
What?
so.
With
What?
Cher, I think so.
Yeah.
Without a
With
doubt.
who?
I feel
With
like
who? Yeah.
something happened with her tonight that kind of scared her. So I'm gonna find out more. I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if someone's threatening her or what. But
Who are you talking about? Did I miss that?
no, I didn't really talk about it. I was just kind of mentioning it. I think something happened.
Cher.
She was supposed to come on panel.
Gonna join.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was
Said
there?
she's gonna join, and then she couldn't.
Yeah, I think something happened with
Well, she was
The
she was on a live
Wells.
before. She was on a live, and she had people on her panel coming up there because I was listening to it on the way home from work because I thought that it was automatically going to go to your live.
No,
It's just
she
a
was
call.
live
No.
before Chris McDonough, and then
But she jumped into
she was supposed
Jay's live and said she was coming up.
yeah, she was going to come up on panel, but then she texted me,
Yeah.
and I think something happened, is what I'm saying.
Could
I think
have,
the
'cause I
Wells are
was-
up to their old hinky ways
Could be
of,
because I think they set her up to make her look stupid.
but I
wouldn't
think
be
they're,
surprised.
I think
yep.
they did too.
Oh, I think they're doing more now.
Well, they need to stop.
Those
the
people are
shit
evil.
because it doesn't
They are
look good.
evil.
They really do need to fucking stop. I mean,
Because
They're evil. I mean, they have no hearts, and they want to say how badly their heart is hurting. But when you are doing the things that you're doing to so many other people,
yeah, it's not cool.
I'm sorry, it makes me doubt that you give a crap about it.
How hurt
Anyway.
can you be if you're more focused about yourself than your daughter that's missing?
or
Exactly.
your
Well, not
three
only that,
sons
but
that you
look at
say
their
you want
son,
back,
Don.
you know?
Yes. And you should be in there cleaning the house instead of freaking drinking.
Oh
all
my
day
God,
long.
we're all talking to them like they're listening. They're passed out
Yeah.
by now,
I
dude.
know.
They're
Maybe
belly
they
up.
are.
Well, evidently Don does. So let's
They're
see.
probably
this
belly
is
up.
still about the time that he's yelling at people in his live. So
I think they're belly up right
I mean,
now.
Well, they need to freaking clean their house, quit drinking and taking drugs or whatever the hell they're doing.
Clean the
And
house.
clean that damn house up and get it ready.
I
You want your
agree.
kids
I
to-
mean,
No, you got to do that first. You're not even making the appearance. You put in stairs. Okay, Whoopi.
Not
put
even
it all
didn't
in
even
place
do
and
that.
clean it.
These
I mean,
people
it's
are
still not
not
clean.
going to get their kids back.
No,
They're not ever going to get their
No.
kids back. I hope
Oh.
not, anyway.
I mean,
If there's a God, there won't be. They won't
yeah.
get back.
He stays up
Right,
all
you know.
night.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Oh, I
even
think he
know.
does.
They both get drunk and then they
Yeah,
fight.
we all know you're here. We all know you're here, but this is the point of panel night. We're supposed to pretend like you're not. So, Hummer, put that in your pipe and smoke it. She's been taunting me for the past 30 minutes.
Saying you're ignoring
I
her.
know. The Wells are probably
Where
on a
is
drunk
Hummer?
podcast. No.
They're probably. He's going to try to call in here and tell you off.
No, he
right?
blocked me, remember?
Yeah, but he's still watching.
He blocked my
Oh,
number.
sure he is.
Well, I'll
Oh,
bet you
he's still
I'll
watching.
block
I
it.
guarantee you. He
Yeah,
can't
he's
help
watching.
himself. He
He
cannot
wants
help
to know.
himself.
Because I still think.
What are we
you know,
saying about him?
He wants to make himself look great and his wife look bad.
Think so?
Yep.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I
Hummer.
mean, he's got 7 alibis and she's going down.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
exactly.
Heather. Look at Heather. What a brat. She goes, we'll pretend you guys aren't here either. Two can play that
I
game.
love those Heathers.
That's not nice, Heather.
The evil Heathers.
Heather.
She
Stand
brought us
down.
back around though.
We're so
You guys are
awesome.
so funny.
I'll bring back the second digger, Heather.
My fingers
Digger,
gonna slip
no.
again.
Digger,
Little
Digger,
dig,
get on that picture.
little digs.
Diggs,
Oh no,
get on
Full
that
Diggs
picture.
is in bed. She's staying there.
And Hummer said she's changing the password to TikTok. I'm grounded.
Oh God.
Oh,
now
I mean,
we're
that's
trouble.
not-
I only had
that
fun with that app during the laundries. I haven't done anything since.
Well, I think you should do one on Donald.
But they were so
Hummer
fun.
alibi.
Like Donald is just so he's so old. Like
Yeah, but you know what? You can make it fun by saying he has
He's not
7
that
alibis.
old, Jay. He's younger than I am.
no, not old that way. I mean, like it's just an old subject. Like Dawn, like it twirls. I'll make one about twirling. How about that?
Yeah.
Twirl.
Yeah,
But I hate to make
twirl.
fun of it though because the summer it kind of seems like icky. So he's not
Well,
fun.
you're not making fun of Summer.
He's
You're making fun
I
of-
know,
fun
but
of
it's
Summer.
just that it's not as funny. Like the laundry thing, that Brian and his family were like fair game, man. You could say whatever you wanted, no one gave a shit. That was like the only time I've ever seen that happen. Where you could like totally say whatever the fuck you wanted. People were doing whatever they wanted. You know, like the signs with dog with the
People
kid in
were
the
so
headlock and
nice.
everything. I mean, there was so much. Anything went. So it was like I got a couple of them banned for someone turned me in for harassment and it was about Brian
Oh.
Laundry.
Oh,
So
jeez.
maybe Brian.
Brian.
Yeah.
In
Brian.
his
He was
Exactly. It had to be Brian.
he was out at the
In his dress.
he was out at the Carlton Reserve reporting
You
me
guys, Diggs, I want you to look at that picture. I'm
with
dead
Eagle
serious.
8.
I've looked at that picture. We analyzed it one night.
Well, do it again.
I don't think that I can enhance it anymore because she
People.
posted it with her wording over it.
Eagle
unless
8.
somebody can get me it without it edited from
Hashtag
her TikTok video.
hashtag Eagle 8 in the house.
Oh, Eagle 8
I think
apparently
we all
was
need
on
to
a vacation.
Everybody needs to donate
Ha- hash-
Eagle 8 to have a bigger gas tank.
Hashtag
because
we're out of
they call
fuel.
it-
We gotta head back to the station. So we will see
We've
you.
been out here for 2 minutes and we have to go back.
Hashtag stand down.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, JD and that stand down he pissed me
We're
off.
gonna have to hashtag.
Stand down.
We're gonna have to hashtag stand down because we've got a hashtag update.
I'm gonna have the hashtag. Let's move on from this topic where we hashtag get in trouble.
That's right.
There
Hashtag
you go.
good night. Oh
Look at
man,
Heather. Hashtag Eagle 8 needs fuel.
it sure did not look like her. Who? Carrie. Who?
I think the lady in the black dress at the laundries.
No, I don't think it did either.
They
I'm
were not
telling
happy
you.
visitors. Nobody wanted to see them. Nobody in
It
the
wasn't
country liked
Roberta.
them.
What was she doing in a dress?
It was
On the
weird.
toilet?
It was odd.
It was
In
very
person
weird.
Jason Maureen
Oh,
email.
I
know,
know.
Deborah-
Wait. I did get a story on that. I just remembered. It was a neighbor coming over to see Roberta. That's what I was told. A neighbor
Oh,
came.
the grandmother place?
Backyard.
She came from the back. Apparently
Yeah,
she
I
must have
figured
hopped
she
the
did.
fence in that long dress and was coming to the front door instead of, being let in the pool area. But she needed to come around to the front door to see Roberta. So it didn't make any sense. But
I think Brian wanted to come home, so here he was.
I think so too. He switched into a dress.
I think so
I
because
think
he was
Brian was
taller.
long dead by then.
I don't think he's dead. I really don't.
Funniest theory that
I
I
know.
got throughout that entire thing, I got an email from a lady, and she was dead serious too. I should pull it up one day. I should pull up all the different theories and find some funny ones and read them to you guys. But this lady's like, I 150% believe that Brian Laundrie is a transvestite. He is living as a trans, but she was serious. Like, that was not a joke. Like, she told me what he would
You
be.
read that to me the day that somebody sent you a ton of emails for me.
Did I read you about the transvestite? I was like, oh my
Yes.
God. Like, they were detailed. Like, he's got wigs and he's got this. That was when Dog was searching for him.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. But
It
see,
was crazy.
They believed it.
Until I see some DNA out of those little bones or whatever the hell they have, I'm not believing he's dead. Sorry.
Oh my God. Could
Well,
be
do you
something,
think that-
or it could be nothing.
could be nothing? Yes, that.
Crisscross, the road is
It may-
road is long.
What?
Look both
We've
ways.
had a lot of nothing lately.
I'm just saying that's what I believe. So, I mean, if they come back and say the DNA's there and it's him, then I'll go. Okay.
Well, but why would you believe them? I mean, everybody believes that Brian Laundrie is some kind of super. He's just a guy, man. He's a guy that was a creep.
He's
that
the dead
did a
guy who
horrible
killed
thing and then
himself.
Took his own life, and that's it. He was too cowardly to stand. Be
Oh
tried
my
for what he
God.
did.
Is Prepper channeling through you? You sounded just like him, but the female version. Wow, like verbatim.
I'm sorry, the Debbie Downer just flew
Oh,
out.
I know you and Prepper. You're so sensible. No, I
Who
agree
else-
though. I
who
think
else on
he's
here-
dead.
There was somebody else on here that didn't believe he was dead either. I can't remember who it was.
But I have questions. I mean, I want to know the story. I
Yeah.
want to know what the hell like Chris and Roberta's story is. If they weren't, why were they in Tampa? What was going on?
Well, I want to know why they walk out there and 2 minutes later they found
Right,
all that
exactly.
crap and,
I want to know the
Well,
whole
that's
story.
just
Definitely weird.
Well,
I
I'm
thought-
just straight.
That's gonna drive me crazy forever.
If
Yeah,
anybody
I
can
was-
get me an interview with Chris and Roberta,
You know what else? What else is really strange? Wasn't Doug from Northport out there like the week before that? Why didn't he?
lots
see
of
that?
people
He
were
was on
out
the
there.
bridge.
Lots of people were out
Yeah.
there. If anybody can get me an interview with Chris or Roberta,
Roberta.
I will.
Hashtag Digger's not digging.
I'll hashtag.
Debbie's not digging.
I don't know. I'll hashtag
I mean,
love you
this is what
forever.
I said to I said this in a comment somewhere and I don't remember where, but they were like, oh, those poor parents. And I'm like, excuse me? I said, look, the reason that those poor parents are getting crap is because they wouldn't even talk to Gabby's parents. That is not right. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, they're vile human beings. That's why
Yeah,
they're getting
exactly.
bad press, because they're vile people.
You don't just do that.
I'm not going to feel
I'm
bad for
sorry
them.
that their child is dead, but I don't have sympathy for the way that they denied the
No.
Petito family the common decency of a conversation.
Exactly.
Because if your
Right.
child is
That's-
stupid and does something stupid, you can at least say, he came home without her. You need to figure out what happened because he's not telling us either.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Did you see what
Exactly.
Heather
Where-
said?
That
where they
sympathy and empathy when you couldn't give it.
Exactly. And I don't care what your stupid ass lawyer told you, because he was, you could have
Yes.
talked to her parents.
Heather
You
goes.
didn't have to talk to her.
Heather
You
goes.
didn't have to
I'll
talk
get
to
right on
Marshall.
that. They love interviews. And then Hi all said Roberta drove to Tampa to meet Bertolonia to talk about the garden and how to feed Brian.
Did anyone notice how dirty that hand was coming out of the garden?
Oh my God, the hand.
That hand was that just sent me. I'm going. People have really we've gone too far. We all need to take a break.
But everybody was talking
Everybody
about the
needs to
damn
slow
hand.
down. I know
I
it.
know.
It was beyond me. It's like combat people needing to stand down.
You know, my
Yeah,
daughter
they-
still screams, "Eat your vegetables" randomly thanks to your TikToks.
I just
Eat your vegetables. That was the best.
Oh my
you can make one
gosh.
about that. Yeah, I just, to me, they just aren't good people. Because I don't, your lawyer can tell you don't
They're
say
not.
nothing, but you could at least have the decency to talk to her parents.
Yeah, I
And
agree. I
I
agree.
don't know. I personally feel like they knew that he had done something.
Or even hand over
I do
her
too.
possessions to her parents,
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
common decency. You don't even if you don't want to talk to them, give them her stuff.
Yeah.
They had no decency. They
All
had
right.
no-
I
they
would
had no
love
care
to
about
start a laundry
anybody.
conversation, but I am literally exhausted. So we can pick up this. We can pick this up on another panel if you guys don't mind, because
No,
laundries
that's fine.
Absolutely.
we could go on and on and on. And I know Digger would
Yeah.
love to
We can
host a
go on
laundry
down the
panel,
laundry.
wouldn't you, Digger?
And bring that picture, Digger. Bring that
Digger and
picture.
Little Digger.
With
Little Digger just got a new unicorn first, so that'd be the only thing she talks about.
Aw. How cute. Maybe Digger and Heather or
was-
something. I don't know. We'll talk. But anyways, we could talk laundries for sure. But I've got to get some sleep.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut everybody off, but
Oh no, you're fine.
I just figured before we
Absolutely.
got too deep in the laundries that I would
Dig your way out.
Yes. Before we got
Yes.
too deep in the laundry basket.
Exactly.
All right.
can't
Well,
leave
thanks,
it.
guys.
Get some rest.
I think the panel was good. It was fun. We'll definitely be doing more of these, so we shall talk to you guys soon. MM wants a morning coffee show. I say yes.
Go ahead. I have to work. It's really
I say
hard.
yes.
I'm at work in the morning.
I can do a
so
morning.
I will
Oh
listen.
my.
Yeah.
But I'll listen.
I'm down. I'm game.
We'll
Let's
we'll
do it.
plan
I
that.
put my AirPods in and then I listen to you all day while I'm at work, and then
That's awesome.
yeah, nobody knows anything. They really can't see
We
my
keep you
headphones, so-
company secretly.
yeah, well, somebody needs to keep me company there because I've about had it with it. But
Bye, hi all. All right, you guys. Thank you, mods. Thank you, members,
Thanks everybody
and
for
everybody.
spending evening with us.
Yeah, it was nice.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, we will see what happens with
Bye.
Robin eggs next. Who knows?
Yep.
Oh, good.
All right. Good,
Thanks,
All
guys.
right.
Good
Good night,
night.
everybody.
good night,
Thanks,
guys.
Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, John boy.
Ciao.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, John boy.
So long.